of chiefs from established legal principles. He has said that the President's suspension of the Chief Justice is in accordance to Article 146 of the 1992 Constitution. He further questions their legal reasoning, particularly on their demand of the President to publish details of the prima facie determination, which he believes violates constitutional provisions that requires confidentiality. He spoke to us.
The GBA has decided to abandon principles of law and rely on something else to form their opinion. And I think we first of all need to take the GBA's resolution in context. The failure or inability or refusal to publish a regulation to guide how the discretion is exercised does not in any way disable the person from exercising the discretion. And that is the point I'm trying to make, that when I look at all these instances, no PI has been published in respect of all the things that I've mentioned. There are about 50 more that I've mentioned. Does that mean that the president cannot appoint a minister? Does that mean that the president cannot sign international agreement? Does that mean that the president cannot grant pardon? And so on and so forth. So there is really little law in what the GP is standing on to say that unless the CI is published, the president, may not suspend the Chief Justice under this circumstance.
Moving on, government is set to announce a short code for voluntary contributions to the Mahama Cares Initiative, a program aimed at providing financial support to citizens battling chronic diseases such as cancer, kidney failure, among others. According to the Health Minister Menta Akando, the initiative seeks to bridge the healthcare financing gap and ensure no Ghanaian is denied essential healthcare.
Fortunately enough, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama has uncapped the national health insurance. So now we are looking at that free fall, you understand, the money coming from the removal of the capping to take care of things like the Mahama Cares, the free primary health care, and then the withdrawal of the USAID.
Right.
This is what we are looking at. So apart from that, we are looking at corporate Ghana coming to contribute. In fact, today I developed goosebumps when some people
started donating.
Donating.
I've watched
Professor Aite, who is a pensioner, after speaking, donated an envelope. He even didn't want us to disclose the amount. So Mr. President gave the envelope to me and later took it back. And he wanted to know what this pensioner at all, how much at all can this pensioner give.
And the same person was also part of putting this thing together.
It will shock you to know that that pensioner donated $1,000 to this for the program. $1,000.
And I've also seen Mr. Seydou Agongo $500,000.
Yes, so a lot of people have even called me, and within the next 72 hours, we will announce a short code where everybody can also.
Moving on, Minister of Energy John Jinapor has dismissed calls for a Dumsor timetable. According to him, the government is taking necessary steps to address the energy crisis. Mr. Jinapor, however, urged Ghanaians to exercise patience whilst the energy sector works to resolve power supply challenges. Meanwhile, the energy sector debt stands at over 80 billion.
We have enough generation just to meet demand. We do not have any excess capacity. And so when one plant goes down, it creates some immediate disruption, which means that we need to work around the clock to bring the plant back. But when we bring the plant back, we are able to meet demand. And so you cannot publish a load shedding timetable when you are sure that you can be bringing the plants back. But the truth is that what we inherited, we have no reserves. So we are generating just to meet demand. And so it makes the system very, very tight. And we have to be honest with the people of Ghana. The generation and the demand are just at par. And so when one plant goes down, immediately you have a shortfall, but we try to bring the plant back in order to sustain power delivery. And so for some days, you have consistent supply. There may be one day within a week or two when a plant goes down, you have a bit of disruption. But because it's just one day, how do you publish a timetable? And so that is why we are working around the clock. But we are confident that getting into the next few weeks and months, the remaining plants that were down, as we work to bring them back, we'll have more redundancy. And we'll have more redundancy. It means that when one plant goes down, you can switch to another plant. And so, like I said, as of December, before we took over, we were shedding load more than 500 megawatts. Today, we've been able to achieve some even keel, but it's a process. The power sector, the challenges that we inherited, we need a bit of time in order to do that. But I'm happy to know that we are making significant progress. And as we go into the next few weeks, we should be able to deal with some of these challenges, bring on more gas, ensure that there is uninterruptible, reliable supply of power. Thank you very much.
In politics, former Member of Parliament for Asen North, Kennedy Japan, has called for unity and forgiveness within the New Patriotic Party to secure victory in the 2028 elections. He emphasized the importance of setting aside personal differences and grievances. His comment follows their defeat in the 2024 elections, which he attributes partly to internal conflict and poor actions.
From 1979, our party, now you want chance. It goes any power. A multitude, man, a fair, a little need. As I trust anytime here, party, a co-position, let's say, I am dear, any senior. My brother can be a young show me a wolf into what was my experience. The million, the American said, young history said, a prayer and between my party as our papa. It is Metini, whom are coming any area. We are, we will be our friend. On factory. Now, young cat, your one year say, your area be our car, your pity, your children, Yanso, your car, and Yanso, your patcho. Say it be a sir. Sikapra, then you go to man, and my toy, never back. I'm a nippon, who can say, young young cock, young boy, you. I promise to say, send you see now, you might see you one. If you said, I'm not doing a bit to me as I'm here with me, 20. Bible, Mark, chapter 3, verse 25. Hosea, and Matthew 12, verse 22. Now, Luke 11. Verses 17, 18, I can't hear back. Say, a kingdom that is divided against itself cannot stand. A house that is divided against itself will fall. It is a Bible no prayer and country say. A prayer and a team organization and massive group and our party. A team, community. I don't think any person. Yentinin fire home and chair. Kayan Yako, Kayan 2028, and would be maybe because baby, even lions in the animals kingdom. So, lions, no elephants. No elephants, no swamp.
In business, Ghana earned over 1.35 billion in petroleum revenue in 2024, representing a 27.8% increase compared to the previous year. The growth was mainly driven by higher income from carried and participating interest, corporate income tax, and royalties. The Ghana Revenue Authority, mandated by the Petroleum Revenue Management Act, collected revenues from oil companies and paid them into the Petroleum Holding Fund. Payments included royalties, surface rentals, and other sources. Crude oil lifting contributed to 843.5 million. This was a 22.2% rise from 2023. The Jubilee field alone accounted for 475.4 million, with 6 liftings recorded. Carried and participating interest was the largest revenue stream, totaling 603.5 million. CIT followed with 502.9 million. Royalties brought into the country 239.9 million, whilst income from PHF investment stood at 10.8 million. Despite the strong performance, issues remain. Proceeds from GNPC Explocos liftings totaling 145.7 million were not paid into the PHF. This adds to an outstanding amount of nearly 489 million since 2022. The report also flagged 2.89 million in unpaid surface rentals, mostly from companies with terminated petroleum agreement. Additionally, Ghana lost paid for gas volumes from the Sankofa Jinyami field due to non-recovery. PIAC emphasized the need for full compliance with revenue transfer requirements and better management of petroleum resources to safeguard national interest. Now to sports. Arsenal Football Club manager Mikel Arteta has talked about the quality of Ghana midfielder Thomas Partey in the wake of Arsenal's loss to Paris Saint-Germain. The Gunners lost 1-0 to PSG at the Emirates Stadium in the first leg of the UEFA Champions League semi-finals that had Partey miss out on competing in the game. Partey didn't feature in the game for disciplinary reasons after picking up a yellow card in the 85th minute in Arsenal's 2-1 win over Real Madrid in Spain in the second leg of the Champions League at the quarter-final stage. Arsenal conceded in the 4th minute smart finish that completed a 26th pass sequence from PSG. And that's how we wrap up for now on the morning news broadcast. As usual, don't forget to log on to all streaming platforms at GhanaTalksRadio.com for more news updates. My name is Deborah Adoso. Do have a good morning.
Are you ready to amplify your business or brand's reach and make a meaningful impact in Ghana and beyond? Partner with GhanaTalks Radio today to connect with a diverse audience across Ghana and beyond. Elevate your brand through on-air promotions and social media. Boost your brand during prime time. With GhanaTalks Radio, you can extend your reach across digital platforms. GhanaTalks Radio is not just a station, it is a community hub where your brand becomes part of the conversation. Join us in fostering connections, celebrating culture, and making a lasting impression. For customized sponsorship packages and enquiries, email contact@GhanaTalksRadio.com or call +233 202 544614. GhanaTalks Radio, giving the youth a voice.
Hello Ghana, hello worldwide, I'm with level band. Now listen, every Tuesday and Friday, beyond the time it's going to carry bro. Our GhanaTalks Radio, 7 p.m. sharp. Now Tuesday, we're gonna talk about our culture, our history. Matuni ding setete abako sem. Now on the Friday, you bars on bars. You better rap, you better say it. No artists go join me in the studio. We're gonna discuss about music and business. Konya, or you singer and now you rapper, you think say you get bars. You go fi spit fire. Now listen, make you join me with studios. Our GhanaTalks Radio and yes say then our day. Me say download the Ghana Talks Radio app no our Play Store and App Store. Na tune in na say this what you see baba live on Facebook, ko Intakra, any Ghana Talks Radio page and so now listen. E be your fire. One year, Konya, Wading, Jajan.
What do you want for breakfast? How do you want your breakfast?
English breakfast, French fries.
Koko Nikosi, alo komi kesheto.
Wache.
Well, Gobe is the real deal.
Join us on Ghana Talks Radio. Let's serve you a buffet of breakfast.
From news headlines review, current affairs to social issues.
Entertainment, sports, and all the trending stories live on our mobile app and across all socials from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 10 a.m.
With me, Pakwesi Omare,
Regina Bless,
Deborah Adoso,
and I am Esinal Fiagbedu. This is Ghana Talks Breakfast Show. What do you want for breakfast? How do you want your breakfast?
English breakfast, French fries.
Koko Nikosi, alo komi kesheto.
Wache.
Well, Gobe is the real deal.
Join us on Ghana Talks Radio. Let's serve you a buffet of breakfast.
From news headlines review, current affairs to social issues.
Entertainment, sports, and all the trending stories live on our mobile app and across all socials from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 10 a.m.
With me, Pakwesi Omare,
Regina Bless,
Deborah Adoso,
and I am Esinal Fiagbedu. This is Ghana Talks Breakfast
Radio,
Show.
number 1.
This is Ghana Talks Breakfast Show, your morning companion.
This is Ghana Talks Radio, the best station.
Good morning, Ghana. Good morning, lovely listeners of Ghana Talks Radio. It's a beautiful, brand new day. And yes, we are so sorry for the hitch. Yeah, due to some circumstances, we just have to come up with the news immediately. And then right after the news, we are here to give you your usual news headline review. And then we go for Debbie's Grill and Today in History. As usual, we are here to bring you the latest headlines making waves in the news, from business to politics, from sports to entertainment, and everything in between. We got you covered. As usual, I have my beautiful panelists seated right here with me, Miss Debbie Adoso and Miss Regina Bless. Good morning, my ladies.
Good morning.
How are we doing? It happens today you guys are wearing pink. What is the ish? What am I missing out?
Nothing.
Is it breast cancer month already?
Oh, no.
But anyways, how was the rain? Hope you slept well.
Oh, I did.
Your night was cozy.
Very.
It was light out, but...
We had lights.
You had lights?
Yeah, I had lights on my end. I am on a residential area.
We had light out, but what I'm grateful was that it rained.
Yeah,
so
to make the room a bit
so
cold.
it was cold.
Yeah.
And that is what I'm happy about. At least it wasn't hot. Yeah, so we will go through just a few stories and then we come in with a second segment of the show. All right, so let's dive straight into it. Convert uncompleted National Cathedral into apartments for workers, Agbenyo. The Member of Parliament for Guan, Fred Kwesi Agbenyo, has suggested that the stalled National Cathedral project be repurposed into apartments for public sector workers. His comments follow recent remarks by former Vice President and 2024 New Patriotic Party presidential candidate Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, who acknowledged during the party's national thank you tour that the incomplete project, despite $58 million in public spending, angered many Ghanaians and played a role in the NPP's electoral defeat. Agbenyo described the project as a major financial misstep under the previous administration and urged President John Dramani Mahama to consider a more practical and beneficial use for the abandoned site. He offered a solution. My advice on this show to President Mahama is that let us get some investors and let us convert the whole place into some beautiful apartments for workers. The rich hospital staff can stay there and people who work in the ministry can also stay there. Agbenyo's remarks add to the growing national debate over the controversial project's future, which has faced criticism over cost, transparency, and national priority since its inception. So this is coming for Agbenyo, who happens to be the Member of Parliament for Guan, and then he's suggesting that we convert the uncompleted National Cathedral into apartments for workers. What do you make of it, Miss Regina?
All right, so I would say, in a way, with this, it has its own pros and cons, yes, and I've listed out a few I would like to share.
All right.
So the pros of converting the cathedral into apartments for workers. First of all, resource optimization. So a styled project.
Move on.
A styled project that's unlikely to be completed soon could be repurposed to serve an urgent housing need, especially for public servants or low-income workers. So in a way, it's
will
good.
help.
Yeah, it would help. And also economic relief. It might ease pressure on the state's budget by converting a symbolic structure into a functional, revenue-generating or cost-saving one. Because even though it would be for workers, in a way they would be paying. They'll be paying for should I say rent in a way.
And that revenue will be going to the government.
Exactly, it will be going to the government. And also it could signal a shift in priorities from religious prestige to people-centered development, meaning in a way the government have the people's interests at hand. Now, one thing people would not really be happy with is cultural and religious sensitivity, because it was meant to be a national cathedral. Yes,
a place of worship.
Exactly, and repurposing it might send a wrong signal to religious body. Do you get what I'm saying? So the National Cathedral is deeply symbolic for many, and repurposing it could trigger backlash from religious communities and political supporters. I wouldn't be surprised if if truly they want to repurpose it. Definitely the MPP would come at NDC. They would complain bitterly. And next is the structural suitability. So the design, I'm not how is it called? Those who design a housing project, architects. Though these architectural people design the National Cathedral,
and they're taking their money.
Exactly, they've even designed the land according to how they want to build the cathedral. So,
but as it stands now, I don't think they have a foundation. Looking at
they have a foundation.
Looking at the but I don't think it's too late to convert it into something different.
Yeah.
But do you think is the best solution we can give to the abandoned cathedral project?
Yeah, I feel it is a good project, but in a way, I feel, to my personal opinion, I don't think
it should be converted.
It should be converted into something more profitable,
like
a school building, a university, a hospital, anything that can generate more money for the government and ease our burden. Yeah.
To gain our revenue back with what has already been lost. Yeah. Or you think we should give Baumia another chance to come and complete the project?
No, we don't want cathedral. Like we don't need
why don't you see the essence of the country having a cathedral? Wait.
there are lots of churches around. You can just choose one big church in this country and just collaborate with them and be like, oh, we want to use your church as a national cathedral, even if not use it as a national cathedral per se, but if you look at the building, the capacity, if it can hold a lot of people, you can just use that as a national cathedral. The same way they were doing the one district, one factory. They were not building it, they were collaborating with people who already had businesses. So I don't see the need as to why they need to build a national cathedral from scratch. And that is not even the government's obligation. It is a sole person obligation, because it was President Nana Addo who made that who made that promise to God, not us, or not the taxpayers' money.
Miss Devi.
Okay, so converting the National Cathedral into apartments for workers, I think is the best, because before the National Cathedral was even built, there were, I think, lawyers' apartments or something, and they have to move or crash all the buildings just to build a National Cathedral. And that site was mainly for, it was, I think, lawyers' bungalow or something, and then they have to crash all the buildings down because they want to build a National Cathedral. And now you've excuse me, you've went to dig a very big manhole that you are building a National Cathedral, and there are lots of money pumping inside. We cannot just leave it like that. It's because that land belongs to the government, and it can be used for other things. And this is a case where, I mean, accommodation in this country is very high.
It's very high.
You going to accommodate, and then they give you, I mean, some restrictions, how to pay. We all know. No, I've not seen a landlord or a landlady that is going to give you 6 months for you to stay. They take 2 years in advance. So if that cathedral can be converted into an apartment and then make it easier, just like the way we have the nurses' bungalows, the teachers' bungalow, we can actually do something of that sort. And it's not free. It's not for free. You are definitely going to pay, and that money is going to go straight into the coffers of the state. So I feel like it's a good one.
So, in your opinion, you think is a good one, Mr. Gbenyo is making right there, to convert the National Cathedral into an apartment for workers? Miss Regina, and for you are against it?
I'm not really against it here. It's good in a way, because in a way they will be getting little revenue out of it. So they can just go ahead with it. It's not a bad idea.
It's not a bad idea. All right. Okay, moving on. Mahama launches Mahama Cares, appeals to corporates Ghana for support. The government has launched the Ghana Medical Trust Fund, Mahama Cares, to provide financial support for people suffering from chronic diseases such as kidney failure, cancer, and heart conditions. President John Dramani Mahama, while launching the fund, pleaded with the private sector to commit their corporate social responsibility to the Mahama Cares. He says, I want to encourage corporate Ghana businesses, the mines, the banks, and all the other companies that the Ghana Medical Trust Fund is coming to your clients who save their money in your banks or do business with you. Some of them are even your staff. Minister for Health, Kobna Minta Akando, said the initiative was long overdue, citing it as one designed to ensure fairness in healthcare access, particularly for those facing financial barriers to treatment. The draft bill for the Mahama Care is ready and will be submitted immediately Parliament resumes, he stated. So yesterday, President John Dramani Mahama launched the Mahama Care, which is served to support corporate bodies right here in Ghana. What do you make of it? Do you think it's a good initiative? And as part of that, he said he's donating 6 months of his salary, and then he's also advocating to all businesses to buy into it, to be able to fulfill their corporate social responsibility. Whereas every organization or every entity do not only make profit out of their customers, but would also like to give back to the society in a form of a donation or philanthropic activity. What do you make of it? Do you think it's a good initiative? And I'm just hoping that it's not going to be like the previous government when Nanado came, that he wanted to build a cathedral. He couldn't do that.
I trust Mahama.
What do you make of the initiative?
All right, so first of all, I trust Mahama and I know what he can do. Yesterday I saw a video where he was saying that he has not been paid for 4 months now. Since he resumed PA, he has not been paid, but he had this good idea to even donate 6 months of his salary. That is half of his 1 year pay to support this initiative. That should tell you how this man really have the interest of the people at heart. Sikano kra but sikano asenwie. So with this initiative, Mahama Cares, it's a national, it's an NGO in a way, even though he's a government person, but it's an NGO, and I feel that it would really go a long way to help people, especially the less privileged people who do not have the capacity, who do not have the capabilities, who do not have the resources to help in these things. And when we look at the kidney failure, cancer and heart conditions, it really requires a lot of money. And most of these cases, these people are being flied out of the country to look for a better, should I say, someone who can really heal them, someone who can really work on them. So as he's saying, they should all come together, put their resources together, come together as one big family and help with this initiative. There are a lot of business people out there, rich people, influential, even political, who have the money to do this. So please, if you embezzle the money, they just help Mahama with his foundation. It would really help.
All right, Miss.
So the Mahama Care Foundation is actually a good one. Well, I only see this associated to private sectors, where, should I say, the NGOs normally go to hospitals and then they help people out. And this is a very key issue, because dialysis, paying for dialysis is associated with kidney, right? And I'm a boy. Yeah. It's associated with kidney failure.
Yes.
So you paying for dialysis, it's not a small money, because I've watched a documentary where someone is being paid, and the kind of money they pay, like just for, so let's say an hour of treatment, the kind of money they pay is just enough. Like, it's too much. And so someone do not have that money for that. So when I saw the key listed health issues that Mahama listed, like the kidney failure, heart conditions, and other problems as well, it's a way of helping these people out to also go in for health care. And it's also going to, cancel this bridge of gap between the rich and the poor. Let me put it that way, because when you go to the hospital most often and you see these rich people, they can pay for any amount of money just to receive quality health care. But the woman in the village who cannot even afford 3 square of meal, and then the person is being diagnosed with kidney failure or heart problem, and you are supposed to go to hospital for checkup almost every day. Where are you going to get that money from? So I feel like the Mahama Care, it's a good one, and it also shows that the president, has the people at heart and really care for them. Because I've not seen instances where someone will use 6 months salary. It's not that easy, because he has a family. Someone might say he's a president, so he's a president, shouldn't he feed? He has a family to cater for, and then 6 good months salary being used to pay for this is actually a good one. But I just hope that it ends well. They don't politicize it, because when it's happening like this, it's not as if the initiative doesn't exist. It exists, but then it covers some group of people. This should go a long way to help everyone.
This should go a long way to help everyone. President Mahama's initiative, which is the Mahama Cares, is a very good one, I must say, but sustaining it is also another thing. And we are just hoping that it served the right people that it's supposed to say. And as Miss Debbie said, it shouldn't be politicized. It should be for everyone. It should be equal to everyone as well. So I must say that the initiative is a good one. All right. So thank you so much for joining us on our news headline review. We will go for Debbie's Girl.
Good morning and welcome to Debbie's Grill, where we grill issues that concerns to the state. Now, my attention was drawn to something. The Public Utility Workers Union has raised concerns about the energy sector's challenges, citing political interference as a major issue. So they are actually saying that politicians have infiltrated the sector, influencing procurement decisions and appointment. Now, my major issue is we politicizing almost everything in this country. Let's look at our energy sector. We are having a lot of challenges in the energy sector, and I would say it is due to this politicization of a whole lot. That is why we can sit down and then all of a sudden containers are flying. Because how can a whole container fly from a port? And then this sector is a very sensitive sector. The energy sector is the only sector that we rely on for, our light. And then this light is used for our daily activities. How do you feel if the light goes off for a week or two? You feel so uncomfortable. You feel so miserable. You feel as if your day is going very bad. Especially when you have to use, the light to do things that matters to you. And then all of a sudden, shoom, it goes off. And so what is our problem? We've politicized every sector, now to the energy sector. The public utility workers are calling because it has been infiltrated with politics and not allowing a fair play in the sector. And so with politics being infiltrated into the sector, I'm sure anytime there is decision, a political party, because a political party has appointed someone into the sector and the person believes that, well, Party A has appointed me, and so if you are doing this and that is going to help the country, so far as Party A has appointed me and this is what I'm saying, whether it's wrong or not, we are supposed to abide by it. And then at the end of the day, we the citizens tend to face it the more. We tend to face the negative aspects the more. Because does it really make sense to you when you tell me that a whole container of cables got missing just like that? Just like that. And this appointment are made by political officials. They appoint people into it. But listen, this is what we get wrong. When you are being appointed by a political official, doesn't mean when you get into the sector, you should do according to the will of that party. No. Immediately you get into the sector, you are there for the people, not for the political party. Although they've appointed you by, listen, you are there to work for Ghanaians, not for Party A or for Party B. And not because they have appointed you, and so when they are directing you to do the wrong thing, you also do it. And that is why we are suffering as a country. And trust me, when we don't change, we will continue to suffer. And there is nothing God can do about this. There is absolutely nothing God can do about this. And I feel so pity when I see some top official talking as if, they get there by their own power or by their own will, forgetting that you are there because of the people. And we are talking about the energy sector here. Are you happy with the kind of doomsday we are going through of late? And immediately you wake up, you either charge everything because it just takes you unaware. And trust me, the light has been off since yesterday. We are still in doomsday. And then when we are talking about ways to keep all these doomsday and issues, you sit down there and you tell me that you are being appointed by a political party and so you are going to do according to them. Let's wise up as a country. And it's so painful. Very, very painful. We politicize almost everything in the country. decisions that are supposed to be taken to promote the growth and the development of this country, we just cut it down because I just received a call that we should do this, we should do that. Meanwhile, you know perfectly that this is not going to help the sector. In as much as you are appointed by a political party doesn't mean that you should work according to their orders. They shouldn't be remoting you because you're not a television. Work for the people. Work for the people. And trust me, if we are working duly because we are there to ensure that the sector grows, I'm not sure we'll continue to have problems in certain sectors. Like the energy sector, for instance. Look at the debts we are owing. And then the previous government cannot even give us a solid document or anything containing their procurement. And like, just look at this and think about it. It's very bad. Very, very bad. Flying of containers, cables, and then it got to a time the cables were seen with scrap dealers. How can a cable meant for a sector be found in an environment of scrap dealers? It's very painful. Very, very painful. Let's wise up. Thank you for joining me on Debbie's Grill.
Thank you so much, Miss Debbie, for that girl. Miss Regina, what do you have for us in Today in History?
All right. In Today in History, today 2025 is the deadline for foreign entities to exit Ghana's gold markets. Ghana mandated that all foreign entities exit its local gold trading market. This directive was part of a strategic overall to increase revenue from artisanal and small-scale gold mining and curb illegal smuggling. The newly established Gold Board was granted exclusive rights to buy, sell, assay, and export gold from small-scale miners. 1924. Formation of the Universal League for the Defense of the Black Race. On April 30th, the Universal League for the Defense of the Black Race was established in Paris. This Pan-African association aimed to improve conditions for colonized Africans and played a significant role in the early Pan-African movement. 2006, Sudan accepts African Union brokered peace plan. The Sudanese government accepted the peace plan brokered by the African Union to address the ongoing conflict in Darfur. This plan required various rebel Janjaweed militias to disarm, although some groups hesitated to sign the agreement. 2020, Sudan criminalizes female genital mutilation. Sudan passed a landmark law criminalizing female genital mutilation, making it punishable by up to 3 years in prison. This significant step aims to protect women's rights and health in the country. 2020, violence in the Central African Republic. At least 25 people were killed and 51 others wounded during clashes in the northeast of the Central African Republic, highlighting the ongoing instability and conflict in the region. Moving to some Did you know? Did you know that Ghana was the first sub-Saharan African country to gain independence from colonial rule in 1957? Did you also know that in Ghana, Lake Bosomtwe is considered sacred and is believed by the Ashantis to be the resting place of souls? Did you also know that there's a lizard called the Jesus Christ lizard? Its original name is Balisk, that can run on water for short distances. And did you also know that Ethiopia uses the Ethiopian calendar, which is based on the Julian calendar and lags behind the Gregorian calendar used in most other countries by 7 to 8 years. Therefore, as of April 2025 30th, Ethiopia's current year as 2017. And this is where we end today's Did You Know and Today in History, live on Ghana Talks Breakfast Show.
Thank you so much, Miss Regina, for that fascinating fact. So, Ethiopia, as it stands now, they are in 2017.
Yeah.
I wish I was there more.
Hey.
The days are moving fast and we are growing and more responsibility keeps heaping up.
Yeah, sure.
Well, thank you for joining us today. We'll be coming your way shortly with the main discussion. Please stick and stay.
Are you ready to amplify your business or brand's reach and make a meaningful impact in Ghana and beyond? Partner with Ghana Talks Radio today to connect with a diverse audience across Ghana and beyond. Elevate your brand through on-air promotions and social media. Boost your brand during prime time. With Ghana Talks Radio, you can extend your reach across digital platforms. Ghana Talks Radio is not just a station, it is a community hub where your brand becomes part of the conversation. Join us in fostering connections, celebrating culture, and making a lasting impression. For customized sponsorship packages and enquiries, email contact@GhanaTalksRadio.com or call +233 202 544614. Ghana Talks Radio, giving the youth a voice.
What do you want for breakfast? How do you want your breakfast?
English breakfast, French fries.
Koko Nikosi, alo komi kesheto.
Wache.
Well, Gobe is the real deal.
Join us on Ghana Talks Radio. Let's serve you a buffet of breakfast.
From news headlines review, current affairs to social issues.
Entertainment, sports, and all the trending stories live on our mobile app and across all socials from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 10 a.m.
With me, Pakwesi Omare,
Regina Bliss,
Deborah Adoso,
and I am Esinal Fiagbedu. This is Ghana Talks Breakfast Show.
Ghana Talks Radio, #1.
This is Ghana Talks Breakfast Show. Good morning once again. My name is Pakwesi Omare, your regular host for the Ghana Talks Breakfast Show on Ghana Talks Radio. In the city of Accra this morning, the weather is a bit cloudy but very clear. Sorry. There's another Wednesday midday edition of the Ghana Talks Breakfast Show. In the studios with me, my regular NPP, NDC combatives, soldiers about to tear themselves apart with things that are going on in their respective parties. Let me introduce them. Paul, why title phone so they when can more isusu nsembi hu ana.
Oh, campaign tona thank you tona yekona nyama na bia na yedi don they are fine.
Okay.
Everything will be okay.
All right. But say be aboko.
Yeah.
Okay. We welcome you to the show too.
Thank you very much.
Peter.
Okay. Nyamiado. Before I will start, I want to do a short message to the American presidency and to America as a whole and France. Africa is a continent. We don't depend on America and France for our survival. No country in the world is solvent. Even if we come to them for aid, we pay the aid back. It's not for free. The Americans and Europe want to take us for granted. Burkina is an independent nation. Burkina have decided how they want their country to be governed. Democracy is good, but democracy is not the only system of government. There are other systems of government that can bring development. And I think Burkina Faso have taken their own form of government. So America, Trump, and his office should allow them to be. And that old men in Africa, instead of them to think about their nation, they go to America and Europe to do concern to get some small coins. They should stop it. It's high time Africa stand against this imperialist rule. because I think what is happening in Middle East is the effect there is far higher than what is happening in Burkina Faso. What is happening even in Russia is far higher. The effects are very high than what is happening in Burkina Faso. So if Donald Trump thinks he's very strong, he should go to Russia and stop them. He should go and tell Israel, his friends, to stop fighting. Why is he trying to attack Burkina Faso? That young guy is the picture of Africa. The days of Nkrumah is back. And I think all African nations need to stand up. AU, ECOWAS, the toothless dog need to stand up and work. Because today we have a young guy who wants to lead Africa into emancipation. Thank you.
Thank you. That was from Peter Adai, admonishing the American government and the European imperialists, as we used to term them, that they should hands off Africa. We are able to manage our affairs. We believe we are capable now. Whatever we do, they should leave it to our own consequence. They shouldn't interfere with whatever we believe in to be doing right for us. And in regards to the Burkina Faso president and the Burkina Faso country, the entire Africa is standing in solidarity with them. Go Traore, go Africa.
Yeah. Because I'm not fully in support of coup d'etat. But let me tell you something. Democracy, Africa need to have its own form of democracy.
Okay.
Governance system, the Greeks who started democracy, theirs is not the same as what America is practicing today.
All right.
So if we really want to work together as nations, what I would say is we should allow Africa to take its own mode of democracy.
Okay.
Because our system does not really allow that, let everybody speak. Sometimes there is the need for us to allow those in power to be a bit autocratic.
Okay.
Because if Africans will try to practice pure democratic governance, it will not work.
Okay.
And look at Libya then and now. Look at Egypt then and now. Look at Burkina then and now. It is telling you full democracy is not good for Africa. We have our own way of doing our things. If you go to Burkina Faso, are they fighting? No. That guy sitting in France making noise, if he think he have anything to say, he should come back to Burkina Faso and talk. Don't stay in France and be financed by the French government because they think today the benefit they were getting from Burkina Faso, they are no more getting it. They are paying you to lead demonstrations in France. Live there, come to Africa and do that demonstration.
I don't know what's their problem. Yeah, because what does France want from Burkina? What do they want from Burkina?
Their minerals.
Their minerals, they just want to exploit their minerals and then their other resources.
Yeah.
If the Burkinabés are happy with their president,
with their president,
so I don't see any reason why they should just come and interfere into whatever that's happening there.
Okay.
They should mind their business and allow the Burkinabés to also mind their business.
Yeah.
It's very
as
simple
as that. Yeah, sure.
Just mind your business.
Sure.
What do you want from them? What exactly do you want from them?
Okay. What do you want from them?
One effect of assimilation, that system that was introduced by the French in Africa. Assimilation forced eight colonized nations in Africa to send their monies. After selling their minerals, they send their monies back to France.
Yeah.
When they want to take that same money back, these monies are giving them back as loans. Is it not nonsense? Is it not useless? It's because we are Africans. Is it because we are Africans? So now, this young guy who have really stood up in the spirit of Nkrumah and great Africans like Nelson Mandela is leading this call, and for that reason they want to bring the guy down. It will never work.
For me, I think it's a very good thing. It's a very good thing. But like now, even many Ghanaian youth are even also trying to say that they also want a coup to be staged in Ghana because of what's happening in Burkina.
No. For that one.
No. There's a research done. And about 50% of
that was before the election. But now they are okay.
Still,
is there.
Still about 52% youth of the Ghanaian youth.
Yeah.
Still want a coup in Ghana. They believe a military rule like we'll put things in place.
Okay.
Yeah. So now we've seen Niger, Mali, and other things. We have coup happening there, and things are in place, and then this same Ghanaian youth are also praying that the coup we stage a coup in Ghana here, but I don't want the coup in Ghana here.
I'm even planning to go to Burkina for the passport.
There's a higher passport. I want a democracy, a democratic country like a democratic rule. I don't want anything like coup in Ghana here. I don't support coup. But sometimes coup people lose their lives through coup. Yeah. If the coup is not well planned. People lose their lives.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't support coup.
Right.
But I think what is happening in Burkina and other countries like Mali and other things, I think it's cool.
Okay.
Then France should just allow them
to handle their own business.
Because the people there are not crying.
Yeah.
The people there are not saying they are not in support of what the president is doing. Okay. So they should just allow them. I learned the Burkinabés were sleeping around the office of the president. They slept there throughout the night just to make sure no one gets inside to get a president arrested or something. And that's meaning they fully support with what the president is doing. And I think they should just allow them. I don't know what Emmanuel Macron wants. You've exploited the resources for very, 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 very long, and then for now they said no. Now they can manage their own resources. They will not come to you for any grants. They will not come to you for any loans. You can take your loans, take your money. They also have their resources.
I think in all this we are looking at a plot to destabilize Burkina Faso, because they know that once they attack, even if they don't succeed, it is going to create an entire chaos in the country, and that's going to take their attention from whatever developmental mission they are on. And that's going to destabilize them, bring them back to like.
Do you know one thing about democracy? Democracy make the weak weaker and make the strong stronger. So, anytime democracy is working, weak nations or weak continent like Africa will continue to be weak. Because democracy will give the leader that chance to go for that big loan and take 10%, 20%. Democracy will give that leader that chance to appoint his brother, his sister into government. Democracy, but if you are into this military governance, sometimes because the president or the leader also think if he doesn't put things in its right direction, some of its own people can attack. He's very careful. Just recently, I think the Minister of Defense, his appointed Minister of Defense, was bribed to lead that coup d'etat. Because he's okay with his president, he withdraw.
Like I'm saying, they will use your own people against you. That's what the wise will try to do. They will use your own people, like Gaddafi. They will start telling them things that they think the president is not doing right. Like some of the freedoms you have to enjoy, certain things you have to enjoy, and they'll use all these things against the president. Then they'll use your own people against you, which is very, very bad, very, very bad. And I just pray no one will fall a victim, or no one will be used as a victim, or as a Judas to betray the man. I'm just praying it won't be so.
We learned yesterday that the Russian Putin has deployed some people.
Soldiers to come. No, do you know? I'm not doing politics, but I think all African leaders should learn from President Mahama. There's no actual politics. He invited this guy for his swearing in, and I think even with that we can also applaud our former president, because then before the transition or before the day he was also in charge, they were both managing our security. They were able to invite him to Ghana. After that, our president have gone back to Burkina Faso to have some talks with him. I think all our leaders should learn this. It's Africa, it's ECOWAS. We should see ourselves as one people. We should not just be influenced. Just 2-3 days ago, Cote d'Ivoire's president Alassane Ouattara was there.
I think he's trying to be an informant. I learned he's trying to be an informant.
Yes. And the current coup, it is believed they planned the coup from Cote d'Ivoire to attack Burkina Faso.
You see, this alone can even create war between Cote d'Ivoire and Burkina. What we don't want in Africa.
And then this thing, it can create another world war. You get it?
Because Russia is now backing Burkina Faso. So now if
all the allies of Russia are going to
China indirectly is behind Burkina Faso. So now if you don't take care, if US try to attack or France want to attack,
the BRICS, Brazil, China, Russia, they will all try to align themselves with Burkina, and then to start another world war. Do you get it? And then those other countries, the US and then those other European countries, will try to align themselves with either the Ivory Coast or something, or the France, and then to strike another world war. So Africa should unite.
Okay.
Yes. Because we saw Gaddafi fighting. Gaddafi was doing the right thing in Libya, but they used whatever it was like. He wasn't giving them the freedom to wear trousers, giving them the freedom to wear certain things, and they were using his own people against him.
What's the biggest continent in the world?
It's Africa.
So why can't we just stand together?
And that is why I'm saying democracy.
Africa is the biggest continent and also the richest continent. We have all the resources.
Yeah.
We have all the resources.
I don't know what we did wrong.
Let's take this analogy. When you were young, if you are blessed to be the early child, if mommy and daddy is not around, you also become the boss. That is why when you cook, you want to tell them who will take the head of the fish, who will take the middle, and who will take the tail
and the thigh.
So Africa is the biggest continent, though America and Europe are also somewhere, and they think the only means by which they can sustain as two big economy as America and as Europe is by making Africa useless. And how would they make us useless? They make us useless introducing democracy to us. What democracy is telling us, we need to only have 4 years as a president or 5 years as a president. But the question is, democracy did not start from America. It didn't start from Europe. It started from Africa. Ask yourself, in the olden days when you have the Omahene, who have a council of elders, who have sub-chiefs and divisional chiefs, what is too democratic than that? And when they go to meetings, before the main chief will speak, the sub-chiefs and divisional chief will give their comments before the main chief will come and give his own side of the story.
Democracy.
So that is democracy. But the only issue is the African form of democracy is chieftaincy. The African form of democracy is chieftaincy. Let me tell you something. Today, if government says this week is Homo War, there should be no drum in town. Nobody will drum. If Otumfo says we should not do something in Asante, it's not for Otumfo when he speaks. It's not only Asante region. Even some smaller towns in some other regions also kowtow to the statement of Otumfo. So meaning in Ghana we respect our chiefs.
Well,
that's our form of governance.
All right. As I said earlier, we are all standing in solidarity with the Burkina Faso president. We hope and pray that he stands firm. No Judas deployment will work against him.
And if nothing changes, we are going to also have a demonstration in Ghana against the US government. Because Ghana is in West Africa, Ghana is in Africa, and for that matter, we stand firm with the president and the people of Burkina Faso.
And we share border with them.
Yeah.
We also share border with them.
All right. Moving on. Let's not forget to join the conversation on all our social media platforms at Ghana Talks Radio, on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok, and on X. Also on our YouTube channel, Ghana Talks Radio. You can also join the conversation on our WhatsApp platform 0202544614, 0202544614. Now, digging into the topics of discussion for the day, Paul.
Yeah, Mr. Murray.
Your party.
Yeah.
Is planning a demonstration against the president in regards to the suspension of the Chief Justice. Why? Is it that the president has filed the constitution and his procedures to this removal of the or handling the petitions of the citizens against the Chief Justice?
First of all, let me say good morning, because initially I didn't greet your viewers, and also a very good morning to, a special good morning to Honorable Kennedy Ongene Japan, and also a good morning to the Greater Accra Regional Organizer. Mr. Prince, Commander Prince Obeng. He led the party to win power in the region when we were in the position. That's 2016. And then he became the organizer. For now, we are back in the position, and then he knows how to bring the party back to power. He knows how to win the region again when you're in a position. So I will plead with the Greater Accra executives that they should give him another chance to lead the region. Now to the issue, we are planning a demonstration against the removal of the CG. fine. What the president is doing, I will not say it's unconstitutional. It's constitutional.
Okay.
Fine. He has the authority because the constitution has given him the right to change the CJ if there's any petition, and then they sit together with the Council of States. Fine. We have the problem.
Yeah.
But my question is, the issues they are raising. One about the traveling. The traveling, he traveled with her husband and other things, and also about it. One also raised about the LGBTQ issue. Like she didn't react fast on. But I mean, I don't see any reason, any tangible or any big base that they should stand on it to remove the CJ. One, the CJ hasn't been biased in any case. I've never seen any case that has been to court that this CJ has been biased. Never. I've never ever seen. This CJ was appointed in 2023, right? I've never seen any case that has been to court that this CJ has been biased. And then normally, when they sit on a case, I don't think the CJ is the only person to pass a verdict. You get it? Yeah. Currently, as a country, this is not one of our problems as a country.
Really?
Currently as a country, removing the CJ is not one of our problems.
But Paul, you do realize that the judicial stability of any country is one of the most important factors.
And I'm asking, what the stability has she been biased in any of her verdict? Has the CJ been biased? Because then, if that's the case, then I'm saying if that's the case, there are in any case there are about 5, 7, or 9 judges at the Supreme Court who sit on the case.
Okay.
That passes verdict.
Okay.
So can we blame the CJ if that has she been biased? Recently, Honorable Reverend Intimfojo, Honorable, won a case at the Cape Coast High Court. The same NDC era, he won the case.
Okay.
Then if that's the case, then I think then they have to change. Or if they think the judicial system is biased, then I think they are, or the judicial system is corrupt. Then I think they have to change all the judges there.
Well, I don't think they have raised a concern about the entire.
So about herself.
Yeah. But have you been privy to the petitions?
The petition. I cannot speak to the petition.
Okay.
Because the petition, what I've seen, is a leaked one.
Okay.
I cannot speak to it.
Okay.
You get it? I cannot speak to it.
Okay. All right.
Because it's a leaked petition, and then I will not base my my sentiments or my conclusions on a leaked
information.
Right. No, it should be a concrete information before I can base my conclusion on that.
Okay.
So for now,
but in all, you think that this is not something
the country needs now. There are sensitive issues there.
All right.
Like the Galamsey issue, the Doomsaw issue. We have issues the president should tackle, not this issue. That's what I'm saying. Fine, you have the oral team, the Attorney General. Have you ever seen any case about this oral team to the court that our judicial system have been biased? No.
Okay.
You've mentioned some charges about recently it came out with another charges on some past appointees. That's not what we want.
Okay.
Prosecute them.
All right.
Let us know. We prosecute them, and if the judges are biased, we just get to know that the judges are biased. Okay. This same judiciary system made the president in 2013.
Okay.
This same judiciary system made the president in 2013. This same judiciary system made another president in 2020. You get it? Me, I don't see anything. I don't see why this woman should be removed. Just allow her serve when she goes for pension. Fine. Now we have they've appointed Bafo Boni as the acting CJ.
Okay.
And we all know his wife is the Director General for the Ghana Prison Service.
Okay.
And we also know that Kwesi Senti Bafo Boni is the owner, the founder of Radio Good. And then we all know Radio Good is affiliated to NDC. Muntie FM and other things are all part of affiliations of the NDC. And then Bafo Boni was the owner or shareholder. May so rest in peace. You get it? So now with the let me take from here. From the press. Press that has the Muntie FM, the Radio Good, that has affiliation with the NDC.
Yeah.
To Bafo Boni, the owner or the founder of that Radio Good and Muntie and other things, Kwesi Senti Boni, Bafo Boni, May she rest in peace. The Muntie, we know how they behave.
Okay.
That Muntie train I didn't now. We know you're in the course.
Okay.
And the owner or the founder is Kwesi Bonny. Kwesi Bafo Bonny. Under Hono, the press, usually our press system, under her. Then we come back to the judicial system. Now we have Paul Bafo Bonny, justice, who's going to act. Is now acting. And then we have his wife, Patience Bafo Bonny, also as the Director General for the Prison Service.
Okay.
Or circle. Phone baby didn't question. I on my phone with free. Now when the position can no mujini.
Okay.
They are just coming to misbehave, and then then just go scot free.
Okay.
That's what I'm seeing now. They're just we have someone like Kevin Taylor outside there doing things, unnecessary things. Obagana Krana, we have internal security who has caught him, who has got to his hometown.
Okay. Let me ask you a question here before I leave you on this particular issue. Does the Constitution give or grant powers to a Chief Justice to recommend judges to the President to be appointed to the Supreme Court?
For me, I'll say no.
Okay.
But
no, I just wanted a yes or no.
But I've not seen the CJ recommended anybody.
Oh really?
Yeah, I've not seen.
Oh, you haven't seen?
Yeah, I haven't seen. I haven't heard.
Oh, okay.
Also.
All right. Well, there is an official statement from the Judicial Office
saying,
which actually clarifies that about 7 judges were recommended by the Chief Justice Tokunu to be sent or to be appointed to the office of the Supreme Court. So
they are all allegations. They are all allegations.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
They are all allegations.
All
yeah,
right.
that's how I would treat this.
Okay.
They are all allegations.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. Peter.
Yeah.
Akwaba.
Yeah, Mary.
Montafo party no. Almost say Adiamo president ne no Montiasi. They are going on a demonstration against the president in regards
if
to
two
the
lions are fighting in the bush, how does it concern the monkey? This issue about the removal of the CJ, the NDC have done nothing, the president have done nothing. Per the Constitution of Ghana, citizens have the right to send petition to the president if they think any of his appointees or any of so-called arms of government are not working right.
Okay.
Per the Constitution, if such petitions is about the Chief Justice, there's a procedure that you need to follow. It is the same procedure that was used to remove Madame Charlotte Osei.
Okay.
She was also a lawyer, a senior lawyer, of course, and a female. Our former president told us, in the case of Charlotte Osei, he was just a conveyor belt. He have done nothing. John Dramani Mahama have done nothing. He just conveying a message he received from, at first it was 3 individuals, but now it's 5. About our Chief Justice. After receiving it, he sent the petition to the Council of State to advise him.
Okay.
And per the advice or per the Constitution, they need to go through the petition. If there is any merit in law, they call it prima facie case. After the Council of State, I do know one funny thing about this whole issue.
No.
In this Council of State,
Yeah.
we have a former Chief Justice who was appointed by the former president,
Okay.
who was even linked to the MPP as a member of the Council of State. After they going through, they also saw there is a prima facie case, meaning there's basis that need consideration.
Okay.
Per the constitution. After that, if the Council of State see there is any case, there is merit in the case submitted to the president, a committee need to be set.
Okay.
The constitution again says if a prima facie case is found against the CJ, the president have the right to suspend the Chief Justice,
okay,
so that he may not interfere into the case.
All right.
If I don't want to go into the actual, because the actual case is secret, I don't know, I don't have the documents, so I don't want to speak to it. But per what I know or what I've heard, one of the cases is talking about the Chief Justice using the state funds for herself, the husband, and a daughter to travel. Not only the traveling, after they're traveling, he again paid them. Whilst in the judicial, code of ethics for traveling, the Chief Justice, when going for official travels, only go with the bodyguard, and the bodyguard is paid an allowance. But this time around, the Chief Justice travel without sending the bodyguard, but rather send the husband and daughter.
So do you?
They are traveling in first class.
Do you think this is? I know the petitions are about 5.
Yes.
Just basing on this one allegation,
yes,
or complaint,
yes,
do you think it's a substantial basis for the removal of a Chief Justice?
Yes, if you go against your ethics. Charlotte was removed just because of procurement. For you have spent state money for your personal benefit.
Okay.
Why should your wife and husband be given allowance when they are traveling with you? And per the constitution, do you know one thing? The judicial traveling, the Chief Justice, when going for official visit, don't go with the family. Do you know the reason why?
No.
The framers of that document saw that anytime the Chief Justice is going for official traveling, whatever he's going to do may be in the interest of the nation. So if he goes with a family member, that family member may influence the decision that the Chief Justice might take. So they are saying for official traveling, you can only go with your bodyguard.
Okay.
You can only go on vacation. And do you know one thing? The framers of the document, they were very lenient because they have vacation. For vacation, the Chief Justice can travel with the family, whilst everything will be paid for by the state.
Okay.
But when the same Chief Justice is going for an official travel, meaning he's doing office work, official travel, so he's still in office.
Okay.
He only goes with the bodyguard,
okay,
so that there will not be any interference in whatsoever he's going to do, either in US, UK, Germany, or anywhere.
Okay.
But this Chief Justice travel with the husband, daughter, their air ticket being paid by Ghana, and that was illegal. Again, on top, they were giving allowances.
Okay.
And that is gross armed robbery.
Have you heard the complaints by the Ghana Bar Association against the removal of the Chief Justice?
Ghana Bar Association is another branch of the MPP.
How will you say that?
How will you say that?
It's another branch of the MPP.
On what grounds?
It disrespect them.
I'm coming.
The minority leader made a statement last week that he was surprised last year when he sat down to check the number of high-standing lawyers in Ghana, and he saw most of them were NDC members. Initially, he thought it was only the MPP that were having the lawyers, so they thought any lawyer they see is an MPP man. But later, when they got to know NDC have started sponsoring their young guys to go to the law school, so he was very surprised.
Okay.
The Ghana Bar Association, you can only hear their voice when NDC is in power. When MPP is in power, when Charlotte was removed, she was also a lawyer, a good standing lawyer, of course.
So
a female.
Do you think
they never spoke?
Okay.
No, but Mr. Marie,
I'm coming. I'll give you time
for him saying.
I will give you time to respond to that.
Yeah.
Please, respectfully. Do you think that there are questions been raised
Yes.
that in the past 7 years
Yes.
to 8 years, the Ghana Bar Association has only released statements for, I think, 7 statements.
Yes.
And if you look at the statements they've released, it seems that only one was released from 2018 to 2025. The remaining 6 has been released in this year after the suspension of the Chief Justice.
Yes, that is why I'm saying when an institution, because initially in the early 2000s, when you say MPP, they say they are lawyers. And Ghana Bar Association it's not association for teachers; it's an association of lawyers. Or lawyers who have come together to form an association.
So if the lawyers are saying or complaining about,
They are saying the president need to apply rule of law. They have nothing to say because the president have not breached any constitutional any chapter of the constitution. He is just doing his mandate.
They are saying he should revoke the suspension.
Okay.
They are saying, but they cannot force him.
But for me, for him to say the Ghana Bar Association is a branch of the MPP, it's a gross disrespect.
No, who is the chairman of the Ghana Bar Association? Who is the chairman of Ghana? The president of the Ghana Bar Association is the wife of Joe Gatti.
Okay, I'm coming. I'll give you time to clarify that.
It's a group of people.
Yeah.
We are having the UTAG.
Okay.
UTAG. Last year when they were having when the organized labor wanted to have demonstration, we saw Professor Gampo leading the UTAG and other things. But we can't say UTAG is a branch of an NDC. No, but we have to respect them. They get it. We have to respect them. Somebody has gone through the law school, gone through Mokola, and has been called to the bar, and then you come and say they are branch.
No,
I'm coming.
No. Sometimes we should not make the law profession. Teachers are also professionals.
And then you come and say UTAG came out.
With what you said right now. With what you said right now. 8 minutes ago.
Yeah.
You just stated that the newly acting Chief Justice.
Yeah.
Is in a way affiliated to the NDC.
Yeah. Do you know why I was saying that?
No, I'm coming.
Yeah.
So that if you can say that about him.
Yeah.
Peter also thinking that
I'm talking about a person, not a group of people.
Okay.
The Ghana Bar Association is not just a single person,
okay,
but it's a group of people. You get it? So you cannot say that I was using the UTAG. UTAG, Professor Tempo came out to talk about the organized labor.
Tempo is not NDC.
No, so we didn't call him. We called him a neutral.
Okay.
You get it? But we all know we called him a neutral. But he was in support of the organized labor when they called for the state of emergency on Galamsey. But we called him a neutral. You get it? We cannot say he's an NDC member just because he's speaking on behalf of UTAG. No. Ghana Bar Association is an association.
Yes.
I'm coming. So is it a governmental association?
No. It's just a group of lawyers in Ghana coming to just like
I want
no.
to answer.
So let's see. Yeah. So we have the Ghana Medical Association.
Yeah.
So if they come out with the statement, like let's say the Tamale Hospital, when the doctors over there also went to strike. So should we say they also a branch of MPP? When the CEO was removed, the doctors decided to go on strike. So should you say that the doctors there or the health workers there are also MPP branch members? No. Okay. They are a group of people, and then they can take a collective decision.
Okay.
It's different from an individual making a decision.
Okay.
This is a collective decision. And then the Ghana Bar Association, I don't know. There are many lawyers there. Some might be ND, some might be MPP, and then they came out with a collective decision. They said the president should revoke the suspension of the CJ. Don't link that to MPP. No, we shouldn't link that. Let them be.
Okay.
Let the association be. Let's give them that respect.
Yeah.
Let's give them that respect.
Okay.
Yeah, as the Ghana Bar Association, and let's take the MPP out of them.
Okay.
And my brother made mention of Bafu Boni being appointed. He has not been appointed.
Okay.
I'm coming. He is the most senior judge at the Supreme Court as we speak.
Okay.
He even senior the current CJ.
Okay.
But because in 2016, was it 2012 election petition, or was it 2016 or 2012 election petition?
It was 2012.
2012 election petition. they believe he didn't vote in their favor.
Who believes?
How? The MPP. He didn't vote in their favor. So when they came, they said you voted.
What they said. Official.
Yes, because you voted against.
An official statement from
because you voted against.
Was it an official?
You will not make. Oh, but under normal circumstances, if the CJ, the CJ is going on pension, the most senior.
Are you saying that?
Yes.
Tokonu.
Yes.
Wasn't competent enough.
Tokonu was when was Tokonu appointed to the Supreme Court?
No, so Marie, first of all, let's say we took power in 2017.
Yeah.
Who was the CJ? Judge Nawood, right?
Judge Nawood, no.
So Judge Nawood,
I'm coming.
No,
we came. I'm coming. President Kufuor appointed Judge Nawood, but when we came, we still work with Judge Nawood.
So why bring in Bafoboni in this matter?
But what
when they came, Judge Nawood was there. She left before Justini Ebua came. No, before Sofia Kufu came.
You appointed
before Justini Ebua came.
Because
so
I'm coming. Sofia Kufu sat on that position or sat on that chair for about 2 years and went on pension. Yeah. When she left, Balboni was still there. Enimado was just Enimado. Enimi Yabua was also appointed. He also sat on that seat for about 2 or 3 years. Still, Balboni, a senior judge at the Supreme Court, was still there because in 2012 they believe since he voted against them, they will never make him.
That is just an allegation.
It's true.
So was there an official communication on that?
What I'm saying is.
So it's just an allegation.
It's not an allegation. It's a statement of fact.
Okay.
It's a statement of fact.
Okay.
So
not all facts are true.
Assumption.
So
not all facts are true.
It's your assumption.
As at now, he has not been appointed.
All right.
But automatically, because he is the most senior judge on the Supreme Court, he acts as the word CJ.
Okay. So okay.
So it's proving otherwise.
Okay.
And you know, out of the 14 judge at the Supreme Court, justices at the Supreme Court, only 2 was appointed by any other person apart from Akufo-Addo.
Okay.
And when we talk about the chief justice being biased, he empanel justices on cases at the Supreme Court.
Right.
You don't just go and sit on cases. So take your time and go through most of the cases that was ruled during the time of Nana Akufo-Addo, and you see the kind of people who were paneled for the cases.
Okay.
And it is that reason why that same person will have that moral gust to give a list to the president to appoint them to the Supreme Court. What is your interest?
Okay.
Are you not doing family and friends?
No,
but I mean, what has surprised me most is that this woman
in 30 seconds
is presumed to be a Christian and a prayer warrior.
Okay.
And he's doing all this because he's part of the Agro group that were praying against John Mahama. The first around 2012
against John Mahama.
They will say
they were praying for the country. Okay. Please don't make fun of them.
Peter,
I'm not making fun. Where is Aglo now? I'm waiting. I'm waiting if Aglo will come back.
Aglo is back.
It's back. In the time of Akufo-Addo, did we ever see that Aglo group praying with co-pot? Say the Baboni do want to be
you have
you
have 2 minutes to respond.
I was like you were saying, we should look at the cases that has been sent to the Supreme Court. That's why you're saying the judge and the CJ is biased.
Okay.
Ask myself, when was the CJ appointed? In 2023.
Okay.
April 2023.
All right.
From there to how many cases that went there?
Let's check those cases.
You remember Atufosin won the case there. The Dakpan Atufosin, they won the case there.
No.
Some cases have been there.
Atufosin didn't win the case.
Some cases have been there. Even Oliver's case. You might say that Attorney General didn't have any, but we have the evidence that Oliver posted about a coup on Facebook. Okay. That even can even send Oliver to life imprisonment.
Okay.
We saw all this thing, but the chief justice was so lenient, and then we didn't. This case, some of these cases can send the person either life imprisonment or sentenced by death.
Okay.
Do you get it? So the chief justice wasn't any bias, but like they're just finding any means and ways deliberately just to remove her. Okay. That's what I'm saying. they should just allow the CJ to work.
Okay.
What we need as a country now is not the removal of the CJ.
All right.
The oral team can work. Now they are trying everything hard. Like they will take the CJ out before they will start prosecuting these people about with the oral charges.
No, but
no.
My God.
That's what they're trying to do.
Okay.
I don't know if they have concrete evidences and you go to court or you charge these people.
Yeah.
The court will pass that verdict, a fair verdict.
Okay.
But for now, they are trying everything possible just to remove the CJ before they can go out and prosecute some people.
Okay.
That's what that's the whole thing.
Okay.
That's the whole thing.
You fear imprisonment.
Okay. Nobody is afraid of imprisonment. But if you don't have a good case,
Omar, we are not going to use the Supreme Court for our cases.
If you
we are going to use the tribunals, and our constitution allow for tribunals to work. One thing is, Bafubody is going to be the CJ, while the wife is going to open the door of the prison to people.
If you don't let Paul finish his submissions, I'll make sure he interferes in whatever you say.
Like you were saying, Bafubody is going to be the CJ, and his wife is going to be open the doors for people to go to prison. That's what I'm saying. What they are waiting for. They know they do not have a fair.
But do you think that the some of the previous appointees stand a chance going into prison?
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. For now,
do you think so?
Let me land. Okay. You get it.
All right.
The Attorney General has come out with some charges. Prosecute them. For me, I said I'm a young Ghanaian.
He just came out with these charges less than barely 2 months now.
Right? But recently, he has come with another charges.
Yeah.
Recently.
When was Oliver charged?
Oliver with the coup.
Yeah.
Was it last year, 2024?
Oliver's case.
Or 2023 or 2024 about the coup.
Yeah.
When he said if the I forgot to put the Facebook post. I was having this on my phone. They did this over there.
Okay.
I was having it on my phone.
Did it take 2 months for him to be prosecuted?
Oliver's case.
Yeah.
But he was sent to court. He was.
And how long has he?
I said, fine. But he was charged. This thing you haven't prosecuted anybody. You haven't sent anybody to court. Just press conferences.
So why are you making noise?
I'm only asking this
that's what I'm saying.
How you are charging
the Attorney General
to prosecute people.
The Attorney General is only making press conferences.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
He's just waiting for them to remove the CJ because he knows that doesn't has any concrete evidence. Okay. Just waiting for them to remove the CJ. Then they'll bring a CJ that will act on their behalf or that will pass a verdict on their behalf. That's it.
Why do you think a CJ will act on the behalf?
Then they should just prosecute the people now. What are they waiting for?
No.
No, but I'm coming. You can't just prosecute people. You need evidence. You need
He came out with evidences about Comrade Wine.
Okay.
Concrete evidences.
Okay. Oh, so they are concrete evidence.
That's what he said.
Okay.
No, I'm quoting him.
Anytime I'm coming from a B, I pass by one of the properties of Comrade Wine.
No, I'm quoting.
It's a very nice.
I'm quoting him.
Okay.
Now these are concrete evidences.
Okay.
So now you have the evidences there. What are you waiting for? You are waiting for the CJ to be removed before you.
But you do realize that Oliver's case, the post they said they've seen, which they charged him with, we can also call it a concrete evidence.
Yeah.
And yet they weren't able.
That's what I'm saying.
For over a year.
That's what I'm saying. This CJ, even if she was biased, then she was biased towards.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I said.
So you do admit that she was actually being biased?
No, I said
But who told you Oliver is NDC?
Oliver is an NDC card bearing member.
No, Oliver is not an NDC card bearing member. You are talking about it, you have no idea.
Oliver is an NDC card bearing member.
No, you are talking about it, you have no idea.
Oliver is not a card bearing.
You have no idea, you are just making noise.
One day I'll just come and show you.
No.
Okay, I'll be waiting for
Oliver is a NDC card bearing member.
It's a lie.
Okay, he says he will come with the evidence.
Omari, one thing that we need to take note as a nation.
In 30 seconds.
We need to take note as a nation is that nobody or no institution is bigger than Ghana Constitution.
Okay.
Even the president, who is the #1 man of Ghana, still is not above the Constitution.
Okay.
The CJ is just as any human being who can be taken to court, who can be taken by that same constitution that created her office. So what is happening is one of the actors of the state being taken through the constitution. So the NPP as a party, I think, need to take their time, allow the system to work, and see the end of the verdict. I think by next 1-2 months we will get to know the outcome of this case. And I know if the CJ is clean, she will come out clean as a white garment.
The next topic for discussion is we are still, in shackles of this Boku conflict. This conflict has gone on.
The Boku conflict.
I'm coming.
Okay.
Let me finish. It has gone on for years, and it seems finding a resolution to it is almost impossible. Now the new president, Dramani Mahama, urged or pleaded with Otumfuo to get involved. We have state securities in Ghana. In fact, this Boku conflict has been dealt with in courts, at the Supreme Court.
Yeah.
There is actually a verdict on it.
Yes.
Which implies the right chief to hold the chieftaincy there. So why can't the state institutions make sure this verdict is enforced, but rather employing Otumfuo to make a resolution to this?
Okay. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
The Boku conflict, I think the method and the mode used by all parties in solving it will never help the conflict to end.
Why?
If there is a northern case, we should use the same northerners to resolve it.
Why?
If I sit on a skin and you sit on a stool, we don't believe in the same thing. What Otumfuo can only do is to calm tempers down, but I cannot resolve it. This conflict really have history. It's not just like any conflict. This conflict has something similar to the Russia-Ukraine war. That war is not just the differences that they are having now. The differences go beyond the their history, their existence as people.
So what do you think should be the right approach?
I think we should use the northerners themselves to resolve it. We should bring people like Ibn Chambers, people like Abambaben, people like what are some of the big brains of the MPP who are from the north? We need to bring these great leaders together to resolve it.
Okay.
So anytime we bring an external person into this conflict, the conflict will be, tempest come down. That tempest will come down for 2-3 years. After that, it will come back again.
So
another thing is,
we do that,
yes,
don't you think we are setting a precedent for subsequent probable conflicts resolutions if we can't resolve this with the constitution of the land?
Do you know one
rather
thing?
Seeking individuals.
That is why in the chapter 1 of Ghana constitution, the constitution even respects our tradition. When conflict is traditional, you can't. It's like chieftaincy. We don't install chiefs at the court.
Okay.
You see what in our court.
Okay.
We use our custom and traditions to install chiefs. So anytime a chieftaincy dispute is sent to the court, we don't solve it, but we rather try to manage it. We are managing the conflict.
Okay.
So I think the best way to resolve that conflict is to use the northerners themselves to resolve it.
Okay.
And one thing, let me tell you something. Nkrumah did something that Ghanaians or Africans have not seen. When Nkrumah became the president of Ghana, he saw the cultural differences is a big challenge in Ghana. And if he doesn't manage that, he can't be that leader that he wants to be. So Nkrumah introduced the boarding system. And what happened at the boarding school? Any school that you attended, in every dormitory, you can get about 10 or 15 tribes people coming from those tribes in the same room. Our ability to live together in one dormitory for 3 years is a way bringing that bond. It's a way bringing us together. That's why in Ghana, it's not easy for you to see people fighting. Inter-ethnic conflict is not very common in Ghana because of that. One way that we can resolve that conflict is through education.
All right.
I think it's high time Peace Council and those people who call themselves peace resolution advocates and etc. come together. Let's use prominent people in the north.
Okay.
Let's use the northern way to resolve the northern conflict, and let's use the southern way to resolve the southern conflict.
Okay.
Anytime we bring Otunfo is respected, so anytime he comes in, tempers may come down.
Okay.
They think he's a big chief. He's somebody they respect. It doesn't mean they lose their stance. They still have their stance. And one reason why this conflict is always escalating is that there have been political hands in it.
Okay.
And we have, I did a bit of conflict in the university. I did conflict in level 1, level 2, and level 10. I did pure development studies. So we did a lot of conflict courses.
Okay.
We have people who are investors in conflict.
Okay.
Some chiefs right now, because of this conflict, every month monies are given to them.
Okay.
So these chiefs, direct and indirect, will not want the conflict to end. Because that money given to them every month, if there is no conflict, they will not get it.
Okay. All right.
So I think the approach used, I'm not disrespecting Otunfo.
Okay,
Let me make it clear.
Sure.
I respect, he's a very great man. He's the powerful, to me, he's the powerful king, even in Africa, one of the powerful king in Africa, in the world, one of the best. But Otunfo can't resolve this conflict totality in totality. He can only try to manage it.
Okay.
But if you want to manage it, let's use the Northerners themselves.
Okay.
Let's use the influential people. Ibn Chambers, people like what do you call it? The Speaker of Parliament, other great people from the North. Let's use those people. Even John Dramani Mahama himself, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, these people need to come together.
Okay.
Let's sit on the same table, and if they come together, they can resolve it.
Okay. All right, Paul.
With this Boku issue, all I would say is that people were using it to score political points.
Okay.
Yeah, because after the election, we saw a certain group of Boku youth. They came out to the president, that he told them this and that. That when he wins, he will make sure that the chieftains goes their way. They came out with the presser, meaning one particular person used it to score political points. So at that point, I was even shocked that even certain areas in Boku, where people were getting zero, and people was getting zero in certain areas in Boku.
And you think that was because?
Some of them. We have police station executives there. We have police station executives. We have chairman, secretary, human organizer, and the youth organizer. At least five. So even if nobody will vote, if nobody will vote for MPP, at least there's 5 people. at least you have to get their vote. And then they say the chief there made a statement that whoever that vote for MPP will die.
Wow.
That's what our executives they were told us. So they didn't go out to vote because they were afraid. You get it? Yeah. So means one particular person used it to score political points.
Okay.
And then now they are calling on Otunfo to come and resolve this thing. You know how this same Otunfo, there's a certain Kevin Taylor. Is
a card-bearing member of the MPP.
He was a card-bearing member of the NDC.
No, and Kevin Taylor.
Being finalized.
There are some things. Don't allow him to talk about things. But I can show you a picture of Kevin Taylor showing his card.
Okay.
Kevin Taylor is the former finance minister.
Even me can tell
Kevin
you that
Taylor.
Kevin Taylor is an
Kevin
Taylor
is an NDC member being financed by Ibrahim Mahama.
Okay. Do you have evidence to
I said Kevin Taylor is being financed by when he came to Ghana.
Yeah.
National Security escorted him to his hometown.
Did you see national security with Kevin Taylor?
We saw people escorting him to his hometown.
Let people understand. Even today, if he thinks that national security can give him that escort.
We saw people escorting him to his hometown. Okay. Who is he? Who's Kevin Taylor?
Okay.
He's not like
Kevin Taylor sat on social media platforms, insulted the chief of the Charter Kingdom. Just to score political points for the NDC.
Look at this.
Just to make the Ashanti Kingdom unpopular. Because anytime there's a voter, there's a high voter turnout in the Ashanti region, the NPP wins an election.
Okay.
Anytime there's a high voter turnout in the Ashanti region, the NPP win an election. Okay. So Kevin Taylor was being financed by Ibrahim Mahama to make sure he make the Ashanti region unpopular, to make the Ashantis unpopular. And he began this thing with Otumfuo, insulting Otumfuo 247 day in day out, calling him names.
Wow.
You get it? Inciting other tribes against the Ashantis. Some of these things they were all quiet because they were the beneficiaries of what he was doing.
Okay.
Now it's time for the great for the great king to come and resolve this issue. All
right.
I remember the Yana issue when the Kufuor won power. In 2016, 2017, he called him that they should come. This issue, it was the Andani, and then I forgotten the Abudu and Andani. Otumfuo went there, he called them and he calmed everything down. And now there's peace over there.
Okay. So you believe that
Otumfuo can solve, like as he was saying, they should bring the Northerners there. But I think Otumfuo is one of the highly respected kings. I will not call him a chief; he's a king. Because we the Ashanti, my dad is an Ashanti. So we the Ashanti, we call him a king.
Okay.
He's a king.
Okay.
You get, yeah. So he can solve it. Now the president believes he can solve it. But when he was being insulted.
And what did your president say?
When
you were in power.
No, when he was being insulted. When he was being insulted.
Yes.
We were attacking Kevin Taylor. And I remember even it was Hopes Nadoye or whoever. Okay.
So Hopes is not the president.
Katie Hammond or whatever.
Kevin Taylor is just like it's just like Kevin Taylor.
No, Kevin Taylor.
What's the difference between Kevin Taylor and Katie Hammond? They are the same.
No.
Katie Hammond. A minister who can call young boy say not doing year 20. A minister.
No.
Katie Hammond don't go there.
No. So Katie Hammond even came in. No.
She's just like Kevin Taylor.
No, because at least if I can take my mother in a certain way, but not to Otumfuo in that manner.
Okay. It's not. No.
We should be honest here. Yeah. For even though I don't agree with John Mahama in any way, I can never come and sit here and be using certain words against him.
Okay.
No, not ever.
All right.
You should have respect for certain people. I can have some common terms, some language like with my friends, but like when we get to certain people, I have to give them a certain respect. And then they were watching because whatever he was doing, they were the beneficiaries of whatever he was doing.
What were you expecting the NDC to do about whatever thing you think Kevin Taylor was doing, which was wrong?
They were happy with whatever he was doing. Even they say Captain Smart.
But what did the NPP also do about it? What did the NPP also do about it?
We were attacking Kevin Taylor.
Okay.
We attacking that he should stop these things.
Okay.
We're attacking him.
And you never also.
Do you know one thing? Do you know why the NDC were happy about this thing? Because that's what I said. Anytime there's a high voter turnout in the Ashanti region, NPP wins power.
Okay.
NPP wins power, and then now you saw what happened in the Ashanti region.
You believe that Kevin Taylor insulting Asante
yes
will produce a lower turnout in the Ashanti region?
Not just a lower turnout, but also inciting other tribes against the Ashantis.
I don't get you.
That's rather make Asante.
No. He was inciting other tribes against Ashantis. Ashanti for whom some then and then later on. No, I'm coming. Later on, you say Ashanti for model won't pay bibia. I don't Jimmy t-shirt.
Napo said it.
No,
Napo said it.
Relax. Jimmy t-shirt.
Napo.
Oh. In the voter region, we can't insult any chief in the voter region. But the voter region has been voting for NDC severally.
Paul, you are here to answer my question. I'm asking that.
Yeah.
How does that equate to a lower turnout.
Whatever he was saying, it's like the 2-4 is not developing Ashanti region. The Ashantis are quiet, and they are always 2-4 is also embedded with MPP. They are quiet. It's like 2-4 is embedded with MPP. Ashanti 4 is still like Munyang Puntu. And then
Ashanti 4 Omonya. If you tell me
if you tell, let's be honest. Okay. Let's be honest. If you take away if you take out Greater Accra region, the Ashanti region is the most developed region.
Okay.
Aside if you take out Greater Accra region, we should be honest.
All I'm asking is this: the Ashantis there.
Yeah.
If they see development, don't they see? Do they need someone
certain
to come
times,
and incite something to them?
Certain times, certain times incitement it works. In politics and other things, it works. You shouldn't joke with those things. If you're doing politics, inciting people against this, it works.
Okay.
It works a lot.
All right.
I believe the security agency, this current IGP, he went to Boku. It was alleged that a gun was shot at his car. A bullet was found at the door side or whatever. It was alleged. I would say alleged because I don't have any evidence. But I saw the picture, and then he got down, tried to negotiate with the guys, to tell them to calm down. And then he even told them that when it comes to police recruitment, he will give them some advantages. This statement, just imagine. Some of these statements, like we've seen other tribes also fighting, like the Alafan and the rest. So when they see this, what would they also see?
Okay.
If the people of Boku are fighting, and then the IGP is saying you give them some advantage in the police recruitment, then we don't have any people. What are we also waiting for? We should wait to start our own. Let's start our own crime. And then now, who are giving them the guns?
Okay.
Who are giving them the guns to fight? That's the question we should ask ourselves. Who are giving them the guns? The national security, state security, where are they?
Okay.
For now, we should use the state security to stop this conflict.
Okay.
It's not about using the 2-4.
All right.
Or 2-4 can come in to calm tempest. But for coming tempest, the state security should step there. They should go there. The IGP should go there with the boys. The IGP should go there with the boys.
Yes, they are there.
They should
go there on the ground.
Oh, that they are there. They are killing policemen over there. But the police are even trying to leave the.
What you are saying is
they are killing policemen over there. The policemen over there. They are killing them over there.
Is it the first time?
About 8.
This is something in your time.
Just this year.
No, it's not. Is it something new?
Just this year.
Did it start in January?
Just this year.
No, did it start in January?
Just this year. About
what we want to know is that during your time, the vice president facilitated for the installment of another child, and that's the reason why they are fighting now.
Really?
Is there evidence to that? I'm coming. There was a ruling at the Supreme Court that declared one side as a chief.
Yeah.
Because our former vice president is also from the area. He have a lineage in that area. His side were financed. They were financed. They were strong, and they were fighting.
I'm not getting it.
What I mean is, the former vice president belonged to one of the factions.
Okay.
In lineage.
Okay.
So during their time in office, his side were getting more fuel. Hey, let me tell you, I have a friend who hails from the area. He was telling me every month, those in Accra gather money, buy bullets, and send it home.
Okay.
They send money home. So use it to buy bullets.
So my question
is, during the time of 2023, if you've heard, there are a lot of instant guns were seized at the harbors. There was a time in Kentampo, Techiman, a metro mass moving, a number of rifles were picked from the bus.
What is your question?
So my problem is, what did the president then? What was the action of the president then?
Okay.
The corporate, those with the gun, were they prosecuted?
Okay.
What I mean is, if we still continue to use politics as a means of resolving this conflict, it will not work.
All right.
The NDC, as you said, may be a beneficiary.
I made your point clear.
NDC,
how we should resolve
NDC
so
may be a beneficiary of the conflict because it's two sides. One side believe the MPP, other side also believe the NDC. So that's why I'm saying we should take the political sentiment out.
Okay.
The two political parties should bring their big men who are from the north to sit down
and then resolve
it.
Okay.
It's not about the two men bringing their their big fishes out from the north to sit down.
What is it about then?
We know for now. We know for now. Otumfuo is going to Camp Tempest.
Okay.
Is it to resolve it?
Okay.
To Camp Tempest.
Okay.
So after Camp Tempest, the state securities have to go there. They have to make sure they fish those people with guns. Those people, where they hide in the bushes. Baku is bigger than Accra.
Do you realize that?
NDC is in 5 months in power. You have been for 8 years.
I'm coming. No, just January. Just January to this year.
So whatever policy now, it's not politics. He is actually
say the state securities should be there. Because just this year, about 18 policemen have died through this conflict.
But Paul,
18 policemen.
Let me ask this.
Yeah.
We are actually shifting from the root of resolution of this matter. The entire resolution to this is when the Boku residents agree that this is our chief. There is no.
That's why I'm saying for
division.
This conflict has been there since increment time. It has been there since.
So
some believe the land belongs to them. Then some believe they are the majority people that lives on the land. That's one thing. That's the main thing.
Okay.
The Mapuches believe the land belongs to them. They get it. They are the first settlers of the land.
Okay.
And the Kusas also believe that they are the majority.
Okay.
And that's even one side of it is one side in the early days. I think about 210 years ago, we're having conflict with other group. So it's like I'm fighting with you, Paul and Peter. We are fighting.
Yeah.
Paul, you invite Omari to come and help you. So when Omari came and helped you to attack me and defeat me, you allow Omari to be your overlord. So they've come to a point that you think now it's about 300 years ago. You are no more fighting with Peter. So Omari should go his way so that you can be the boss,
the overlord.
The overlord. And
so
Omari is saying, since I've helped you, and your grandparents have that treaty with me, you cannot today tell me I should leave.
So what I'm saying is that
Boku
is not bigger than Accra.
Right.
Yeah.
Boku is not bigger than Kumasi. So after 2 coming Tempest down, the security agencies should just go there.
All right.
They can just fish. National security can go there. Jakpa and his boys. But if it's about raiding houses, like come faster like that, they're already there.
This guy is trying to be diabolic.
I'm not being diabolic. I'm not being diabolic. But if it's about raiding houses, like by now Jakpa is already there. We do that crap. Education, actually, I see. Actually, a technologist hat now. I'm not. When I was when we were printing the ballot papers, I had an encounter with Jakpa at Fonstart. I was an agent for them PP there when they're printing the ballot papers.
What was the encounter about?
He came there like you're not an agent. You're not supposed to enter there. We have the BNI, we have the NIB, we have the national security and police and other military security agencies over there. He came there, you don't have any tag on you, but he wanted to enter where we are printing the ballot papers. Meanwhile, the NDC also have their agents there.
Okay.
So if you have anything to do, you call your agents, then you question them what's happening there. Then they will give you the feedback. But he himself wanted to enter there, and even on phone, he phoned John Mahama on phone that day, just for Mahama to say he's working. And
then he worked.
And then we also tell him to you should just leave the premises. We had a one-on-one encounter with and then he's like myself that ultimately that day we phone start. First we're printing voter region and then is it half region? That was when
voter the papers don't matter bro so
no that issue about the printing of the papers there. It was the EC who discovered it.
Okay.
It was the mistake of the printing house. So the EC came to audit the ballot paper. That there was a mistake.
Okay.
So for that, I applaud the EC. They did a very good job because if
NDC was very smart.
Hey, your agents were dead.
I want you to end on
the EC. So, like I'm saying,
Japa, thank you very much for the good work you did for
the security agencies.
Yeah.
And Japa and his boys, they can go to Boku. Boku is not bigger than Accra.
Okay.
Boku is not bigger than Kumasi.
Okay.
So after Otunfo coming Tempest down, Japa and his boys, the security, the NIB, the police service, and that they should go there. They can fish out the people with the guns, and then arrest them. Because if somebody kills a person in Accra, that person has been arrested. If somebody kills someone in Kumasi, that person is arrested. If Kumasi is bigger than Boku, so why can't they fish them? Who are those financing them? We can just fish all of them out. So now Otunfo come Tempest down. Then the security agencies should now do their work. They should go there and then fish those people out, those with their guns and everything out. Because I have classmates from Boku. Askanda Ibrahim is from Boku. My classmate, and then what's not better say about the Tunu? Yeah. But Jai piano. My boy. My boy.
First, no, counterfeit money.
Right now, I'm baptized. I'm baptized. And then my boss, no. I'm not a family. So,
all things are all things are
I'm not a family. So,
yeah, was
because we name the bar. We die Bonnie Biadi.
You have a club.
I see we name the bar. We die Bonnie Biadi.
Peter, so
remember club.
That's it.
Okay.
That's it.
No, but let's be serious.
Yeah.
I will use this medium to speak to our brothers in Boko. Life is very important.
Sure.
There is nothing you can fight for on this earth that is more than your life.
Okay.
And one painful aspect is most of these young people fighting are not even part of the royal family. The royals are not fighting because they are waiting for you to fight so that they can rule over you.
Some foreigners.
So I'll entreat my brothers in Boko.
Yeah.
Let's calm Tempest down.
Okay.
Peace is paramount.
All right.
You know one thing to the MP for Boku Central.
His house was bent.
And then I learned he even said his mom said Kusasi.
Yes, what kind of two sides?
Meaning like the
intermarry.
Yeah, intermarry. So like I said,
it was no the and say it do baby and the on talk on watch here on can't be that
because
even in parliament on time
it's like and then not only him, most of them they intermarry themselves. So like you can see somebody might not say Boku Mampusi, mom say Kusasi. So they should just make peace reign there.
Okay. All right.
Life is important.
I think I was saying something. I'm suggesting if those who have that power, I think we should have a peace school, a senior high school, where we will bring people from these two sides to school there.
Okay.
It's high time. This is a generational fight.
Okay.
So till the minds of a set of young people is changed, understand the importance of peace. We will resolve it 10-20 years time. It may come back. So, but if we get to a point that a generation will not even look at this conflict as an issue, but we all move together.
So,
I think
so. As a chief in Boku, or when you fight and then you decide to become the chief of Boku, or you gain the chieftaincy in Boku,
what do you get?
What do you get? That's the question I ask myself. When you lineage or when you, well, I don't know what you get. Me, I'm a royal from Obu.
And you know one thing in the north, I schooled in the north. There's one thing in the north that if you do, chiefs, it's not all you that have land though. Really? I'm telling you, in the north they have something we call Tendana. The Tendanas are the owners of the land, but some of the Tendanas are not royals. They are not. They don't ascend to the main throne because of the foreigners that came in.
Okay.
Example, the Mampusi area, because the Moi Dabanis that came in built this great empire or these great kingdoms. But before they are coming, the Sisales, the Tampolinsi, and these groups were already there. Okay. So these people, the indigenous people, own the land, but they don't want the chieftaincy title. No. So some of these people are fighting for titles, but not for land.
But not for lands, not for resources.
So please, my brothers, I can't speak your language. I will speak. Let's see peace. I schooled in the north. I'm a UDS product. Who am I today because of UDS? And that is the north. So if some of us have come to the north and benefited, why don't you take your time and also enjoy. Because if you go to UDS now, I'm telling you, about 70% of the students in UDS are all from the south.
Okay.
And UDS is one of the best universities in Ghana.
Yeah.
That most of the even opposition, most of them are opposed to UDS. So what I'm telling you is, please, let's see peace as the only means to live, so that our land can be good again.
Okay, so that our land can be good again. Admonished by Peter Adai Asamoah. Moving on to the next topic. As the NPP's tour. Thank you. But why?
I want to start.
Why do you want to start?
I enjoy the tour. In this world,
are you part of the tour?
How are you enjoying it? Are you part of the tour? Is it your tour?
Oh yes, it's our tour.
It's your tour.
What is the theme of the tour?
The theme of the tour. Yeah. Let's fight and fight more and deepen the fight.
Oh,
why would you say that?
Oh,
it's a thank you tour.
I enjoy. There's one thing. If I get any chance to make it in Japan, I'll give you an award.
Well, do you know that this money he has withdrawn from the tour?
Yes. The tour, to me, I'm not part of the MPP, but it's not necessary.
If they don't, not necessary.
Let me tell you something. You can't speak to a report that you said it's only the party chairman and the secretary who have, and the what committee.
But they didn't go on the tour because of the report.
But Umia is speaking based on the information from the report.
Are you sure?
Oh, please.
I'm not doing thank you tour.
Maybe I mean my brother. Let me. My brother may correct me if I'm wrong.
Okay, you finish.
Baumia is speaking.
Yeah.
About reason why they lost the election.
Okay.
So Baumia is speaking from the report. So Kenya Japan, for instance, may not be privy to the report, and he's moving with you. Why are you speaking to a report that we are all saying nobody having access? But because you have access, you are responding to people. Because let me tell you, the way Baumia spoke, I'm telling you, it will be used against him one day.
How did he speak?
He said corruption, economic mismanagement,
arrogance of power.
Arrogance of power. Okay. And at that time, you were the vice president. So you are taking yourself out of the government.
But he didn't say they. He
no.
said
No, I'm coming. No. The way he spoke, we are doing communication here. Okay. We are not just using the words.
Okay.
We are looking at the gesture and the way he stood to make the statement. He was making it sound like people were complaining, though he was part, but he did not have that muscle to fight those who were in charge to take the decisions.
Okay.
Though that's how he was sounding.
Okay.
And look at the way Abonye spoke at Abunafo. Very bad. Very bad.
Okay.
And you, Abonye, not knowing the man you are speaking against, have to care of you. He brought out for you. And I respect. I am not MPP, but there are some aspects of Kenya Japan I like very well.
Which is?
He speaks truth.
Okay.
Then when they contest, they have to vote for him because he speaks the truth.
Oh, me, Ken, politically, I have some genes of Ken in me.
Okay.
Politically, there are some way.
White are white, blue.
Yes, me life. I mean, they will come say, I'm doing politics, but my way because me, I don't look at your face to if I need to tell you the truth. I don't look at your face. I will tell you if you like, take it. If you don't like, leave it. And let me tell you something. What Baumia is doing, he's rather deepening the division in the party.
Really?
I'm in NDC. I don't wish the MPP war, but I don't also want the MPP to be a weak opposition.
Okay.
I'm in NDC. Okay. If MPP is very well, I will not like it. But I don't also want them to be too weak. If they are too weak, we can't work well.
Okay. All right.
The only thing I'm telling the MPP is I'm wishing them well.
Okay.
But they should be careful.
Okay.
They know the man called Baumia. They know him. If per what he said the last time, he was trying to say the finance minister was even powerful than him. Because yes, he said he was not in support of the what do you call it, haircut. He was not in support of the betting tax, e-levy. and the finance minister, and you were the chairman of the economic management team, and the finance minister was able to implement it without considering you, meaning, and still, that man is not out of your party. He's the financier of the party.
Okay. So your last words to the NPP?
My last word to the NPP, they know the man Baumia. They should not allow themselves to be deceived.
Okay.
That old cake want to ice itself back. The same cake, but they are just icing it. Now be paint mamento. I'm a masato. No man here. Opposition you make 30. Sometimes about me about you make 50 years.
Okay. Oh.
Mr. Murray?
Yes, sir.
This is not the first time a party has lost an election.
Sure.
And it's embarking on a thank you tour. Or a party has lost an election and has come out with a review on what or the causes that made them lose the election. During 2016, the NDC had the Kosibocho report. The Kosibocho report,
it was open.
Just open.
Everybody can read.
So they had their own, and then we also have our we call it Makoko report. The Makoko report. And then we are keeping it secret. I came here one day and you asked me a question. I told you for now, everything you hear about the report is a rumor.
Yeah.
Because the party secretary, the general secretary of the party, that's JFK, says we should disregard anything about the report.
Okay.
Because the report is not open.
Okay.
It's still a closed report. It's a secret. And then I know some few people have read through the report. This thank you tour that we are doing, it's a good thing to go and thank Ghanaians. At least we went for an election, and about 41% of the people of Ghana, or the voters, voted for us. At least about 41% of them voted for the MPP.
Yeah.
And then also give us a number of 88 in Parliament. At least we should be grateful. We should be grateful because we are about 13 on the ballot paper. No, we don't call left. So we're about 12 on the ballot paper, but we came out at the second position. So we should be grateful. So we try to embark on the thank you tour.
Okay.
But this thank you tour is now ending up to something different. You get it? Yeah. We should just go tell Ghanaians, show appreciation. Afterwards, we just let them know that we are also sorry. But we shouldn't explain further. Because when you try to explain further, you might step on someone's toe.
Okay.
And then the person will also come back to reply you. Because if you step on my toe, say I'm part of the reason why we lost the election. There is no way I'll sit down quietly.
GhanaTalks Radio, so also better medium.
Press conference. You get it? Then I also try to explain myself that no. You get it? It's a collect. We all feel from the polling station, from the polling station executives, to constituency executives, to the regional, national executives, to CEOs, MMDCs, MPs, and that we failed.
Okay.
You get it? We failed. We lost many seats. So for now, what we need to do is that we just have to go to our people. Even we can like even at our police station level. In my police station, I've called for a meeting. And we've apologized.
They will not come.
Although no, my police station, it's a strong stronghold. We still want to.
They are not coming because they didn't enjoy the.
I won at my police station.
You won?
Yeah, at my police station. I'm telling you this.
Okay.
I won at my police station.
They didn't enjoy the booty because the cake.
I won at my police station and I called for a meeting and they still came. I explained to them some of these things and they even told me that this vote buying and other things.
Yeah.
Like this delegate system of vote buying from delegates, you give them 5,000, you give them fridges, flat screen TVs and other things. We should abolish some of these things.
Okay.
You get it? So the party is about to come with the reform.
Okay.
So we shouldn't have even mentioned some of the things like the cathedral. We all know the cathedral was played a role. We all know the cathedral played a role in our loss in this election, in the last election. We all know. Yeah, we know this thing.
Okay. I never knew.
It played a role. We all know this.
I never knew.
We all know some of these Glamsey issues and other things played a role.
Okay.
Do you get it? Yeah, we all need this thing. So this not the time to go out and talk about that. We win a year. They omun that. When they were campaigning, then they see were using the cathedral against us. We saw people going there taking pictures. They were using the cathedral against us clearly. Do you get it?
Yeah.
They were using the Glamsey against us clearly. So we all knew this thing. That it might be one of my the E-levy. Personally, I went to Legon campus.
Okay.
Some of our boys, MPP guys in Legon campus, were saying that for them, the band better, bet, but they don't know why they will take bet, and then they will take 10% from it.
Okay.
You get it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they will not vote. So they didn't. They said they will not go and vote for the NDC, but they'll just be in their hostels and sleep.
So looking at how this tour is turning out with all this chaos and misunderstanding, this morning we've seen one of the heavyweights
saying he has withdrawn from the.
What message is it sending to?
So for me, I think
members of the
for
party?
me, I think it will create more division. This thank you tour, we should have allowed the general secretary of the party and the chairman. They should just be the speakers.
Okay.
Just two people, because if we know the former vice president will still go for re-election. Do you get it?
Okay.
So once he will still go for re-election, he will say certain things to make himself clean.
Okay.
You get it?
And
the same way, Kennedy Japan also would like to go for re-election. And then if one is painting himself white, then I can't also stand there quietly. Then I also have to come in and also have to say certain things to also make myself also clean.
So will you say that we're at the stand of crossing the R now, or your party is now, the tour should even be cancelled?
We can go on with the tour, but we shouldn't allow those who will be seeking for re-election. Even the re-election at the presidential level or flag level, we shouldn't allow them to speak. Parties in the position now. We have the chairman. We have the chairman who is the leader of the party. We have the secretary. They should speak. They should talk on behalf of the party for us.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be. They should talk on behalf of the party for us, and then they cannot be side with one candidate. They will be neutral. They'll just be neutral. So I think we should be sued. I think it should be sued. Okay. They should just let either Stephen and team or Mr. Kodua. These two people should just speak. Okay. That's it.
All right.
When they speak, they apologize to Ghanaians. We accept our mistakes. That we don't pinpoint the mistakes. We did a lot of mistakes, but don't pinpoint them. Somebody was saying some certain people said certain words, then those words were used against us. Obeka said, "Ne odeme, wabina mkoka asembi ebi, and it is for you here." You try to come out to reply.
Okay.
Because they also want to be clean. Yeah. So we should just allow the secretary and the chairman of the party to be the speakers of the thank you talk.
Okay.
So at the party, we want unity. If not the unity that we want, a bad thing.
Okay.
A bad thing. We are not going to for elections. We are not going to elect officers at the police station, elect officers at the constitutional level, elect officers at the national level before we even think about flag bearer.
Okay.
So for now, they should allow the chairman and the district to speak. Okay. Then now we come with the reforms. Reform. We don't know. For now, we don't know how the reform is going to be.
Okay.
For me, and I'm suggesting that about electoral college, they should just widen it.
Okay.
So that the vote buying and other things. Because one day when your MP made you, one day want to become an MP. Then if I have to pay about 5,000 to this for the legal before I become an MP, or before I will become the PC, just imagine. You get it. It will limit some of us who have the competency to lead, but we lack the resources.
Resources, okay.
You get it. Yeah, it will limit our competence or this thing.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think we should just go that way.
Okay.
Thank you to JFK Mesriamu.
Yeah.
70 Mesriamu. You should lead the party. You should lead the thank you tour.
Sure.
Everything will be okay.
Yeah.
That's it. It's very simple.
Okay. So moving on to the last topic of the day.
Oh, I have something small to say about what my brother said.
Okay.
what are they going to tell Ghanaians about?
What do you think should
you lead the nation for 8 years and you disappointed them?
No, by the NDC also went for thank you to when the election.
Okay.
So there's not something.
No.
So if I say
when
this,
you are talking about
don't bring this in. Because you also lost an election, also went for thank you to 2016.
Okay.
So don't bring this in. That what are you going to thank Ghanaians? So what did you want to thank Ghanaians for those days? So you shouldn't chip this in.
Okay.
Don't chip this in.
Okay. Let me ask this question, and this one I want you to. As this talk.
Yeah.
Relating to Ghanaians, or it is to your party folks?
Yes. That's what I'm saying. This thank you tour.
Yeah.
At least when we went for the election, Ghanaians, some of Ghanaians voted for us. So we are thanking them.
Okay.
We are appreciating that we at least we more than us. We are about 12 on the ballot paper.
Okay.
At least we have 41%. And we are showing appreciation.
But the thank you tour is just a meeting of their executives. So anytime they go. We saw it. It was in the chat.
That is why
it was in the chapel. It was only their party executives. What I'm saying is, what pays is
every party
about 2 weeks
every party
ago.
has a leadership.
So
those are the people who will lead.
So they are thanking their party members, not Ghanaians.
Okay.
Thank you, MPP executives. That's what they are doing.
No.
One thing that pays me is 2 weeks ago, Japan went to the party headquarters, donated money to the party, saying he have heard for about some months now, they can't even pay workers and even rent and some utility bills at the office. Just yesterday too, he said he have this morning he said he's no more part of the thank you tour team. I think they are being unfair to Kennedy. They are being very, very unfair to Kennedy.
Why?
The party executives now think Baumia have the money. No, I will not say the money, have the resources. Because he have the ministers and the CEOs behind
you
him.
have any minister down.
No, former ministers.
No, that's what for now.
They have former ministers and former CEOs
for now.
And CEOs.
And then you don't know. No, let's clear this thing.
Yeah.
For now, we are in a position.
Let me.
No, we are in a position.
I'm not part of the party. I'm just telling you.
We don't have any minister. We don't have any. They are all party members now.
There be no. It's not true.
For now, they are party members.
If in your party, when they are going to vote, former ministers vote.
Yeah, but they are party members.
But they have resources. Because the kind of money they anytime I'm passing, if I look at one of his alleged hostels at Medina, I become very furious.
Is that what you wanted to add?
Come and see my house. Come and see that my estate, my own estate.
I think my brother was also at the airport.
So he also has.
I don't know whether he was able to
get some cocaine.
Come and see my own estate at Kutunzi.
The MPP should be smart.
Okay.
As a party, let me tell you, party is not only about you being in power. I always like the CPP. The CPP since the time Nkrumah was kicked out of power, have been in existence, but though they have not been strong.
Okay.
They've not been strong. They've not been strong, but they've been in existence. So one thing I would say is, please, there should be a smart political party.
Okay.
So that at the end of the day, Ghana can develop with them.
Okay. All right. Okay. To our last topic for the day. And this one, I think we will need you much more.
Okay.
Because your party, your government has launched some key initiatives.
Mahama care.
And
truly we care. Ejumera. Yeah. The Ejumera initiative.
We've seen the 24-hour rollout for the passport thing also.
Yeah.
Chip embedded and all that.
Let me.
Our legacy.
Let me speak. Let me speak about it. What is legacy? Legacy, if you write something people don't know able to implement, what is legacy?
Okay.
Let me talk about Jumera. Jumera is a youth-driven policy that have the aim of empowering young people to be in entrepreneurship.
Okay.
Another vision of the Jumera is to help young people who have own startups to really get some sort of financial support to run their shops. What we are saying is this one is not a party from party can be money. What you are saying is, one, you should write a proposal, you should have a written proposal, you should be able to convince us on paper We will give you business mentors who will help you to really push your agenda so that you can become a powerful entrepreneur. We believe anytime we build one young entrepreneur, we are building 10. Because that young entrepreneur may employ 1, 2, 3, 4 people to help him or her. Another thing, when you talk about Mahama care, when I say Mahama care, you say yes we care. Mahama care. Oh, when I want you to support. Paul, can you help me? Mahama cares.
Chairman, go on.
Oh. The Mahama care policy is a nice policy. Its aim is to help Ghanaians to fight some of these chronic diseases that we have. These dialysis, these people with HIV, people with hepatitis B, etc. Those diseases that are very chronic. That when people have, if they don't really have that financial muscle, they end up selling everything they have.
Okay.
So the Mahama care policy indirectly is like a social intervention where government have Mahama himself have donated 6 months of his salary as a seed capital, where he's also trying to solicit for funds to also support, so that people who have these underlying health issues can get funding from this Mahama care to take care of them. It's a good policy. Though we have the health insurance, the health insurance does not take care of all sicknesses, but the Mahama care is taking care of some serious sicknesses that the health insurance is not taking care of. What I would say is everybody should come on board. It might be a Mahama policy, but it's something that if we all try to support, it will help the nation. And Mahama really cares. That is why he's putting 6 months of his salary as a safe capital to help push the agenda. Mahama care, yes we care.
Paul.
Yeah, with the Jumaria, whatever. Some of these things, we know how it's going to end.
How is it going to end?
Oh, to create loot and share. Really? We are here in this country.
Was the planting for food and jobs an avenue for looting and sharing?
Never. But
so
this thing about
why do you think
this thing about applying, and then we give it the resources to when the planting for food and job to the state was itself that was operating. But this one,
hey. You talk about
the plan for food and job.
Tell me one of the state funds we have in Accra.
The plan for food and job.
Yes.
The plan for food and job.
Yes.
If I say the state itself was financing it, I mean they recruited the boys.
No.
We recruited the boys. I have people there we recruited in my district.
It's a lie.
It's never a lie.
It's a lie.
It's never a lie.
No. He has always been lying on this platform. I would never allow him to lie this time around.
It's never
a lie.
No.
The state, he should tell me one of the state farms.
I'm coming.
I'm not saying.
No, I will not allow him to finish.
I'm not saying we use the state farm.
Yes.
But the plenty of food and jobs.
Yes.
We have boys recruited.
To do what?
To work. To work where? We are having this green clandestine.
It's not part of the point of food and job.
We have this green. But
my brother is lying.
Not the. He is.
I will never allow him to lie.
No,
he is lying.
Listen, that they've launched.
Yeah. No.
Go back to the point of food and job. They will say apply. They will say apply.
Yeah.
We are here.
Paul, will you apply?
I'll apply, but now I won't get.
You will get.
Why won't you get?
It's to create it and share. You be chedi. It's kind of $100 million. $100 million cedis. You be chedi. $100 million cedis per year. They say they are going to share this money among themselves.
And before somebody tell me, I'm going to say certain.
If you are, it's not certain. This thing they are doing. Clearly, it's about to create loot and share.
So you believe that?
We are going to see the number of people, the number of young men who are going to see the benefit from this thing.
Okay.
We are going to. They say they're going to care about 100,000 per year or 10,000 per year. We are here 10,000 per year.
We are going to empower.
We are going to empower about 10,000 Ghanaian youth per year, and almost about 60% of them will be disabilities, people with disabilities, females and undergraduates and other things. People, school girls and other things. See,
as I
said,
I have a company.
This is to create loot and share.
Okay. So as you were saying that as you sit here, you don't believe in this initiative.
Settings.
So I told you.
And this settings. Just to create root and share.
Okay.
I said you'll be here. They'll tell you this year. You
believe that it's going to be like
100,000. I know who
in the district. No, in the district. Is it offensive? Offensive South. Yeah. Where is the officer there?
Is that?
Where to have an officer and I put that there?
He settings.
No,
that guy was working at the bank. He was poached from the bank thinking he had gotten the job. Not knowing it was a contract job.
But the NAPCO really said it's a permanent job. Nobody said it's a permanent job.
I'm talking about the coordinators.
We said the NAPCO
settings.
We said it's settings. We said you'll work on NAPCO and then after
you absorb them.
You absorb them into
Did you?
Some were absorbed. Not all. Some were absorbed.
Settings.
No, that's settings. Some were absorbed. But I said with this, the young businessmen, you very realized first because you'll be here. Then NDC chairman,
okay.
I say you be here to create and share among themselves, among the NDC chairpersons, the NDC secretaries, the NDC regional. They are the same people who won't sell this money.
Okay, Mr. Starter. Yesterday,
they are the same people who won't sell this money.
I posted some products I'm doing. It's something I sell already. And then this initiative of them who say good. I need to apply to make
Mr.
my thing very.
Mr. Mari, you go there, they'll ask you for a party card.
Oh, it's not true.
You say I try and apply.
Try
and apply.
Have you tried?
Men trying to. Well, I believe this thing. I said this thing. It is to create root and share.
We are not like you.
Among themselves.
We are not like you.
You want this? Haven't you said this before? This is the first time you have said this.
Our time is up. I will give each and
what I'll tell Ghanaian youth.
You have 1 minute.
Yes, what I'll tell Ghanaian youth. Take advantage of any initiative by every government.
All right.
Don't think I'm an MPP, I'm NDC. You don't know where or when your blessings will start.
Okay.
I'm telling you, John Dramani Mahama is in for the youth.
Okay.
Let's open up. Let's get ready to work. And I'm telling you, we are moving Ghana to the promised land.
Okay.
Inshallah.
Inshallah.
MPP is not coming back to power.
Right.
So we are doing everything good for Ghanaians to like us.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
For me, my final words, I'll just say good morning to the good people of my area.
Yeah.
Satellite. Yeah. Tomorrow is a holiday.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1st May. We'll be having a football match.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Freaky Yard 11 versus Wango 11.
What 11?
Freaky Yard 11.
Freaky Yard
11. It's a joint. It's another area in that area. If you have Wango 11, they also have another 11.
Hey.
And I play number 9. I'm a striker. I've been scoring hat-trick. Like on a normal day,
you score like John Mahama scoring Baumia.
On a normal day, I score hat-trick. On a normal day, I score hat-trick.
Really?
That is very clear.
Okay.
And then have the pace, have the skills, and everything.
The spirit of John
and I've been playing 9 and 10. You see players like Cassidy, One Money, Ohene, and the rest. They are top players in the area. You know, and there'll be other activities.
Yeah.
And then now you have John Mahama has also initiated a Thanksgiving Day, 1st July. But I don't know if it's a holiday or not.
Okay.
It's a holiday.
I can't really speak to that, but we are giving thanks to God.
But we have that glow. You have that glow already.
Aglo is not for Ghana.
Aglo is praying for Ghana already. You have that glow. Aglo pray for Ghana already. And then you are bringing.
Have you seen? When I say CJ is a member of the MPP,
he has only one.
No. I said you have Aglo praying for Ghana.
Aglo is this for Ghana?
Aglo is praying for Ghana.
If you go to US, they have the same day.
And then you are bringing us a Thanksgiving Day.
Yeah, and National Thanksgiving Day.
No, let the Aglo people pray for the country. God listen to them.
God listen to which people?
To the Aglo people.
Aglo people.
Yeah,
like
God
the
listen to them. God listen to the Aglo people. Aglo is praying for Ghana.
Okay.
The women of this country are praying for the country.
Okay.
Allow them to pray for the country.
1st July, we are praying to God.
All right.
Allow them.
Okay. So this is what we'll
be for Ghana.
This is what we'll be drawing the curtains on the show this morning. It has been a pleasure having my able guest with me, the show in the persons of Peter Adaya Samoa and also Paul Amwako. They will be coming your way same time next week. But don't forget, tomorrow is a holiday, it's a May Day, and yet again we will be here to bring you the finest conversations in the capital of Accra. My name is Pakwesio Mare, handing over to DJ Rock to bring you some succulent music to prepare you for the holiday tomorrow. Stay tuned, enjoy the rest of your day.
Ready to amplify your business or brand's reach and make a meaningful impact in Ghana and beyond? Partner with Ghana Talks Radio today to connect with the